What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. I'm here today with another live for you guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Let me say what's up to some of the people that's here. I see here right now, we have, one second, Michael Miller, what's going on? I see you, brother. We have Big Truck Series here, extra early. Will Theta, what's going on? I never had that problem. I heard that. We're definitely going to talk about it. I'm going to bring some of you guys up too. Waiting for this vlog. Currently remixing 2 Tagalog Bisaya songs. Okay. Michael Miller, good morning. Also, we have myself here. Christopher Clayton, how you doing? And Dante Ellis, what's going on? Now, before we get started, I'm going to let some more people come on. I'm just going to start off by having some basic conversation with you guys. What are you looking at, kid?
It's too close to the camera.
I'm too close to our camera. What do you mean I'm too close to the camera? What are you talking about? Well, if I sit any further, Kim, I'm going to be sitting, I can't type. But I'm going to move all the way back there. No case tell me I'm too close to the camera, but I definitely can't move any further back because then you won't see me. But I got the new camera, guys. And I need another one. I'm going to get another one, pay for it out of pocket. What's going on, Kalolo? How you doing? Now, I want to talk about a video that I did over, a couple of days ago, right? And what happened was a foreigner, what's going on, Tony Anderson, how you doing? A foreigner, he got with a Filipina, right? And she was a jealous Filipina. Now this does happen. And we're gonna get into it deeply today. And it would be great if I can get a Filipina on, but I'm gonna get some of you guys up today just to talk about this and chime in on this. Because it's understandable what happens here. You guys don't know. I see it happening all the time, and I see it seeing it happen in the industry. You know, where Filipinas, they have the guys here and they're players, right? But they're not players like the way that you would be a player or a guy from the US would be a player. You know, it's real dirty the way they do it, to be honest with you. And so Rug Leaf said, giving away location feels like he is giving away his respect and trust, even if she is jealous. Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that at all. And actually, I think guys got me confused, right? I mean, when I mentioned I give Kay has my emails, right? Kay had my emails for work purposes. She doesn't have every email. She had the emails I use for work purposes. And if any of you guys, I'm sure a lot of you guys already know that Kay actually, she's not my assistant, but she helps me keep everything afloat. You know, she helps me edit videos. So it's a different situation. You know, I would never, ever give a woman my work information. Actually, the lady said in the video that the guy, you know, would let her know about the Facebook friends. I would never, ever do that with a woman. You know, I make friends with everybody on Facebook, right? I have so many girlfriends on Facebook, so many guy friends on Facebook. And she knows that. She does. And the thing is, when people get confused, is she doesn't go around looking for it. But say if she needs to use my phone, if I need to use her phone, I got it. And I'm not looking for anything. You know, if she uses my phone for something, she's not looking for any information to see if anything's happening with any girls. It's a trust factor. It's not like, oh, she's saying, give me your phone. I want to see, you know. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like that going on over here. And at the same time, I don't have anything to hide. But still, I'm not going to open it. Oh, hey, baby, look at my phone. Or I can't talk to this person, or I can't talk to that person. That's just not happening over here. And I wouldn't suggest any of you guys do it. Actually, I'll let you know the truth, right? Filipinas don't like simps as well. And that's facts. It's not just, see, a lot of guys get confused and say, okay, you know, yeah, they do like guys that are sweet. A guy being sweet to them is a difference than a simp. You see what I'm saying? Filipinas do not like simps. It's funny, right? My wife was talking to one of her friends, I'm not going to say the name, and, you know, she explained to her, you know, how I am. And sometimes it happens with some guys in the Philippines, they'll be extra simps, right? And then some foreigners come over here and be simps. And what happens is guys come over here and create over entitled Filipinas, which is you can't do, because all that's gonna do is slowly turn woman into the woman of the West, right? So we're gonna have the same problem over here in a matter of 10, 15 years, where the women are like woman in the West, which the feminism party is already out here. It's like a political party. The feminism party is already out here. I think I told you guys a while ago on the live stream, right? I'm pissing in the bathroom. I see paintings in the men's bathroom. They took them down now. I'm happy they took them down. There were paintings in the men's bathroom of like quotes like, you know, anything a guy can do, a woman can do better. And it had like feminist quotes in the bathroom. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. In the men's bathroom? It's like I'm taking a leak in the Philippines and they're trying to let me know how women are controlling things. It's bugged out. But just us Western men, that's used to be normal women. It's such a culture shock in the Philippines with how the women actually are women and not have all the masculine independent traits. No, it's true. But you do have some out here that are like that, you know, and I'm gonna save that for another live stream, but I mentioned it in the past. Sometimes you have some Filipinos out here and I feel sad for some of them, but they get caught up in just getting to the bag only because they come from poverty, you know? But still, this is the great thing about it. They still have a chance because those women will still be feminine. They're not hard. It's a difference, man. The West is really trash. It's crazy. It really is trash. But let me get right into it, guys. Let me share this video with you guys. Oh, let me get started right away with a video. Because this is the video in question here.
Hi! Are foreigners more loyal? Yes. Based on my experience, my current boyfriend right now is so loyal compared to my Filipino exes. Why? Firstly, sa una, sa akong mga exes, I always ask them for updates kung asa sila, nagunsa sila, and stuff like that. But with my current boyfriend, I never have to do that. Kay siya na ang mo chat na ko kung asa siya, mag-send siya Snapchats for real-time updates and stuff like that. So, di na ko mangayo siya na lang ang muhatag. Sa mukha na ko usahay kay sige na lang siya send kapoy. Charot. Second, kay ginashare niya iyang location nako sa Facebook, Snapchat, o sa Google Map. So, muana siya nako nga if you have any doubts or if you want to check where I am, you can just go to any of these.
All right, now this is happening because she showed how jealous she was, probably, right? She didn't explain that part. That's the part that's missing here, right? Because think about it. The way she's mentioning this is like she was jealous, right? She started complaining right away. And then this is what he said because she was extra jealous. So he started automatically giving up that information, which is you can't do. You can't do. And I feel that's what happened. And that's the number one no. You can't do that with anyone. Don't get me wrong. I have an explanation to this. Whereas Kay's going to be up later. Kay's going to translate. And actually, no, Kay already translated in the video, actually, when I did the actual video. Pretty much what she was saying at first. What she's saying is that he gives his Google location. Also, he'll do Snapchats for her, right?
He gave updates all the time.
He gives updates on Snapchat, and he does a bunch of stuff, right? But the thing that was crazy was you can tell she pestered him, but it's a little bit bad, but I do have an explanation for it. And it's the same thing I said in the beginning, right? It's the kind of game that guys run out here. Don't get me wrong, you got some guys that are nice guys out here, sweetest guys ever, do anything for their woman. Because don't get me wrong, the way in the Philippines, right, the courting process is different. To where the guy is going to be extra sweet, do whatever he can, you know, buy roses. Just same thing in the U.S., but it's a little bit more than that. You know, they go above and beyond, do whatever it takes to get that girl to like him. And they push it to the limit. Gave his location. She seems like the type to cut off his, yeah. And I'll explain why that is. Well, I'll tell you now why that is. what happens is the game some guys use. I actually seen it happen with a YouTuber, right? I don't want to say his name. I actually met him before. He's a YouTube, big YouTuber. So I'm one of those guys in the Philippines, 13 million subscribers kind of YouTubers, right? So what he did was he actually cheated on his girl with the girl that was working, right, for them. And with the way he did it, and I hate seeing a game like this. He was like, "Oh, I left my girl." He said he left his girl. Oh, it's all about you. Because what it is some Filipinos out here are innocent. I'll explain, right? You got some girls out here that are very shy. You guys know if you ever dealt with a Filipino, they're very shy and they won't just give it all up and let it all online like that. So what guys will do is guys will push it to the limit right away. And what I mean by push the limit right away, they'll say, "Oh, I love you. That's let me send a girl. I love you, girl. I love you, girl. I love you. Da, 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 da. I love you. Oh yeah, I'm not dealing with my girl anymore." But anyway, that's what he did. I'm not dealing with my girl anymore. It's all about you. It's all about you. And the girl was just eating it up, just melting, melting, melting. And then before you know it, the girl gives it up, right? And then after that, the guy gets it. Then he completely cuts her off. Don't get me wrong. We did that back in the day when we were younger. You have guys that are older that'll use 15-year-old game. And that's what I don't like. Because girls are gonna fall for that 15-year-old game every time out here because Filipinas are feminine. They're so colleague, like, oh, yeah, I like it. Yeah, he pulled a Derek Jackson, perfect example. You used a perfect example, House of Haas. He pulls Derek Jackson. What's going on, Storm Skull? He pulls the Derek Jackson, right? The worst game ever to pull. That's the worst game ever to pull. And guys do that here all the time. And then what happens is it turns Filipinas into jealous monsters because think about it. It doesn't happen to them. Say it happened to them once, right? And then it happened to them again. It happened to them again. See, you don't get me wrong. You got Filipinos out here that just give it up, that are just wow, right? It happens. There's girls like that everywhere. But there's some girls that are innocent, and then it happens to them, and then they still like, okay, I'm not gonna just give it up to the next guy. Like they hold to their guns, you know. What's going on, Vaughn? They hold to their guns and they say, okay, this guy got me. I'm not gonna let the next guy get me. And then another guy comes along, convinces them, and you're right, they shouldn't be falling for it again and again, but they still want to try to love, right? They still want to try to fall in love. So then what happens? Next guy comes. Now they get with the foreigner. Now they're saying, you know what? I want to try something different. These Filipino guys keep doing me wrong, right? Oh yeah, that's over by Pampanga. You can go to Pampanga and do that. Link. Pampanga to have the hot air balloon rides. That's the home of it actually. You can go out there doing a festival. What's the name of that festival, Kay?
I forgot, but that's
Yeah.
around May.
It's
March,
around
April,
it's around
May.
March, April, May. Actually, I'm gonna go this year. I'm gonna go this year to that festival.
Next year.
But yeah, next year I meant to say. But what guys do is they use that game, and then so women they'll carry that on to the foreigner. And maybe this guy knew. Maybe he knew. Maybe he was like, you know what? I know how she feels. I know how she feels. Or maybe he didn't know how she feels. But it happens though. It happens though. Thanks for the super chat. Who was that? Pop Smoke and Ghost. He said my mind is so callous to Western women that I would be suspect of her being feminine. Same thing, man. I'll tell you, Pop Smoke and Ghost. I felt the same way. I mentioned it before. You probably new here to the live stream, but I told these guys, I know you're probably tired of hearing me saying it. Pop Smoke and Ghost. I came here and I seen how Kay was. I didn't believe it. I was like, nonsense. I was so used to modern woman in the West. I was like, nonsense. I treated her like she was lying to me. Like, who you fooling? You know? Who you fooling? You're not fooling me. And I stuck to my guns. And then months later, time passed. And I said, wow. And then I gotta have Kay on to tell her story, and a lot of you guys heard it already, but a lot of you already know her story with how she felt. She wouldn't even date a Filipino guy, right? Because she seen how they were all, a lot of them were players and the stuff they would do. She didn't even want to deal with the nonsense. Now, did she? Could she have found a guy? Yeah, she could have found a good guy out there. But sometimes you got to go through the ones, and there's a lot of guys that are players here, a lot, because they have to pick a litter. They have to pick a litter. So when the foreigner comes by, he's like the hero. So that guy was a hero, actually. Would I have done that? No. I feel like, wait, you don't trust me. I'm not giving you my location. That's like slavery, When someone gets played, it's still not fair to pick up the heat from someone else. BS. Yeah. Where's the middle ground? Yeah, Link, but you know what it is? They don't know how to, the women that do get jealous like that, they don't know how to separate the two. And let me show you this, what this lady said here. She actually gave a comment in my, let me show you guys now. Perfect example, right? This came from this lady here. She said, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it says, we have a courting process in the Philippines that is very traditional. Filipino men do everything they can to make you believe they're serious, to make you fall for them. And that's the goal. They say, I love you too quickly, too intensely, and love bomb you to the extreme to get your heart. It's so good because they're seasoned players and the poor girl gets suckered in. So let me explain a little bit. So now imagine a girl. This works perfect if anybody's ever had a virgin here, right? That works perfect on virgins. A lot of Filipinas, even though they have sex, still have virgin mentalities. It's weird. But that's because they may not be having sex on a regular basis, right? So you get women like that here who still have that virgin mentality. Everything's kalig, kalig, kalig. So the next guy that comes to them with this kind of game, they're gonna fall for it. Hence, the YouTuber doing that, when I don't know why he would do that, because the guy out here is probably worth 20 million pesos, right? And 50 million pesos is $1 million. So he's making money. And I told Kay that. I said, Kay, why would he do that? I said, he would have been better off just hitting it. Just hitting it and quitting. And then, Kay doesn't understand, like, oh, that's what you would do, huh? I said, yeah, if I was going to cheat, that's what I would do. Because I'm not going to, because this is what happened, right? He got caught. Now it's 10 times worse than if he would have just been real with the girl. Now that Filipina is like, oh, man. And she's still scarred down to this day. Because they're actually in the public spotlight, and she's still scarred. She'll never trust him again. She's with him. She's putting up a front, and she's with him now for the paper, but she'll never trust him again. And I don't blame her. If I was her, I wouldn't either. Let me see what some of you guys are saying. So there's a way to put a tracking app on phone. Just saying, that's true too. Jay, so what happened to make you see that Kay was on the level to get you to see that she were the one? Kay, did you see?
Is that Link?
When this happened? That's Link. Yeah.
Link always have
Yeah, he does. So Jay, so what happened to make you see that Kay was on the level to get you to see that she was the one? She just stayed consistent, Link. That's what it was. Women where I'm from, they're not consistent. And so when a woman's consistently being a certain way and it doesn't change, right? And then you see the innocence in her. Because a guy like me, from where I'm from running the New York City streets at the late night, picking up girls from everywhere, from Manhattan to Bronx, Queens, meeting all types, rich ones, poor ones. I know I can read women very well to know when a woman's innocent, right? So I think Tom told Link, with me just being around her every day, and going, man, this girl is really innocent. And then also too, how I knew she was innocent, and I gotta tell you, it came down to the sex, right? And no, but I'm gonna tell you guys. And then we were having sex, and she said, "This is too much." That's when you know innocence. You know, when it's a continuous thing, and it's like, okay. And I'm not even talking about like the size. I'm talking about the how many times. You know, she's like, "Oh, it's too much." And I could say, in certain things, you know, you know, like you guys would know. You guys would know, okay, no, this is okay. So like after I came and I judged it wrongly, not I didn't even judge it wrongly. I just had my guards up, and then right away, after like a month or two, I said, "Oh yeah, this is official," because I knew right away. And so see, that's my issue. They want a foreign man, but they want them to convert them into Filipino men. But they Filipinos don't want a Filipino man. It seems they want the benefits of an outsider. Well, no, it's not that him downstairs. As you see with this woman here, right? Clearly, you seen in the video. Does she seem like she cared about the guy's money? You can at least see that honesty in her, right? You can tell from the way she's talking, she really only cared about a guy doing her wrong and breaking her heart. You guys seen that, right? I know you've seen it.
She may be,
You-
the ex-boyfriend, Filipino boyfriend, may be cheating on her before.
Yeah, of course, Filipino boyfriend was cheating on her, okay? But that's what happened though. You can clearly see she just wanted a guy to be faithful. Same thing with Kay. First thing she said to me, right? She didn't care about the money. She wanted a guy to be faithful. There's so many Filipinos, women, even other cultures that are like that. They don't care about the money. Because women at the end of the day are soft and gonna follow your heart, especially when they're feminine. You know? And so that's what I seen. So tracking apps so sound bad, but everyone in my family has the Find My Friend app so we can have our locations. What's going on, John Kofi? It said, breaks my heart as a man who wants to be a father one day. I will bring my baseball to a young Filipino boy and have an old school talk, Bad Boys One style. Yeah. And so he said, do Filipino fathers bring the baseball, bring the bats? I don't know what you mean by that. Like, do they beat their sons? I don't know what you mean. What's going on, E46? He said, Jay, bro, this comes from what the parents teach them about what to look out for with men and the ways of Pinoy, right? Okay, can you elaborate on this, please? Because why is it our fault? Well, no, well, Kay's gonna elaborate later, but you know what it is. And thanks for the super chat. Who's this here? Travis Clough, he said, I'll be in Manila on the 9th for a couple days. That's a boo. Any chance to take you guys to dinner? Travis Clough, we may not be there yet. Our move-in date's gonna be around the 14th. We're gonna be back in
We're
Manila.
also gonna meet some
Yeah,
J subscriber.
yeah,
We're gonna supposed to meet at night,
But-
but
yeah.
our move in is move in. Move.
I know. I was
move to
telling
different
Kay.
dates.
I was telling Kay, because our
Our
movie was
move-in-
supposed to be the 7th, but I was telling Kay I want to be out there before. I may come out there that week anyway, so I may be out there. I'll let you know, Travis Clough. Email me to blackfilipino@gmail. And so we said so. Link said Jay Brothers comes from what the parents teach us. Yes, they do teach them. Kay's father taught them. Kay's father taught them, raised them with the iron fist, pretty much, right? Train a child in the way you should go, in the way they should go. Kay's father, I'll let Kay tell her herself, would pop up at her. Would he pop up at your college? Kay's father would be at her events only because he served food at those events. Like he would be hired for catering,
Cater.
but still, her father was the type of father that'd show up somewhere looking around at guys looking at her like that's him. Her father was on it like that because he knew how serious it was. With all his daughters, he was like that.
Yeah, all girls. That's right.
He had 6 girls, all girls. So he had to be like that. You know, and I thanked her father before he passed.
Nobody get pregnant.
None of them got pregnant before marriage, anything like that. And I thanked her father for it because, you know, it takes a lot to raise women. And he did whatever whatever he had to do to make sure they were raised right. And it worked. It worked. And, you know, and that's what's so sad about women in the West, that a lot of times they don't have fathers like that, like with her father. Because, like, when she told me about father, like, stories, I was like,
We study in Christian school too.
I know you studied in Christian school, but that's what it was too. But still, not even that, Kay. Nobody really had their fathers. Even out here in the Philippines, you see what happens when girls' fathers are not on them like that, because they'll have fathers in the home, but the father's not crazy like how your father was, right? And they're not scared. You know what? Kay's father put the fear of God in his daughters, and it showed in the way they did. Like, say when the girl's about to do something crazy, and the first thing you think is like, my dad. What's my dad gonna think? My dad's not gonna like this, right? When you're in a situation where you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, and you're thinking, "Oh, I can't do this because my dad." That's what happened with them. They didn't want to disappoint their father. And so, isn't it better to be honest with the Filipina? Maybe find a bisexual and go for two instead of cheating. Well, if she accepts it, if she accepts it, you'll find maybe you may find one that will accept it.
Maybe no one.
Maybe no one, but if you're honest, who knows? Maybe she'll do it to please you.
Maybe
How's
not.
Brack? I don't think it's jealousy. I think it's more of a control thing. Well, I don't think control. I think what happens is the guy like that. That video shouldn't even happen. That guy should have never said, "Oh, here's my location." You like once he did that, he said, "Here's my balls." That's what he did. And you know what happened was I didn't react to it right in the video. I didn't react to it the correct way. I should have explained that. Like he pretty much handed his balls to her and said, "Here." When he said, "Here's my location," he said, "Here."
You doesn't
When-
know maybe the girl
Whenever you're ready,
private.
no. Whenever you're ready to have a baby, you just use it on your own. You don't need me. Just use. Here's my sack. When you're ready to have a baby, use it for yourself. I don't need to be there. I take no part in it. And he didn't realize that's what it is. And let me get back to what I was saying. That Filipinas actually don't like simps. They don't. They don't. You may have some younger ones that think they do, right? It's opposite though from Western culture, right? How they want simps when the guys when they're older, right? In the Philippines, they want simps when they're younger, but they don't realize. Now you see why there's a problem with so many babies, because they think the guy's a simp, but the guy is really playing it. You get what I'm saying, guys? The guy is really playing the hell out of them. Hence, you have the baby craze out here. So many little young girls having babies because they didn't have their father probably wasn't like Kay, so they fell for that. Oh, baby, I love you, I love you, I love you, like the girl was saying here, right? And it kind of, and then also the no abortion thing. Like there's no abortions here really. So if a woman wants an abortion, she has to go in a back alley somewhere, right? Or go to a guy in the province that sticks a hanger in you and takes it out.
You know, there's some people doing abortion here.
I know now. So more back then, kid.
No, at the Sheva, she has my co-teacher before. She has a lot of abortion.
She had a lot of abortion.
She's dating her third cousin.
Oh, so Kay said her friend that she knew had a lot of abortion because she was dating her third cousins. And you have that out here sometimes too. It's just like it was in the South, man. It's just like it was in the South. But yeah. But no, these things are frowned upon out here. You guys know how it is. So but no, sometimes it can be controlling, K Dallas. It can be. So as a guy, you really can't allow that to happen. I saw it. Emotional damage. Emotional damage. Emotional damage. I gotta get that soundbite for my live stream. Some confused compliance with control. Jay, I'm sure you had to take a step back saying, no way this woman is on the level. Bro, I hear you about her being consistent. K the too much, okay? Image going for years. No putting at the grabs. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's Link, yeah. And that's how it was with K. If a woman's doing it for years, you're like, okay, this is her. Even if a woman does it for months, like no woman can keep up that act for too long, right? But at the same time, though, men have to be men, because you come over here and you can't take over Filipina. She's gonna be like, okay, like what am I doing with you? So that part is the same. No woman is gonna get with you if you're not about anything. Decent Filipinos still got those traditional courting values for good men who want something long lasting. That's the good thing. Let me get back to this here, because this lady broke it down in great detail. She said, let me move this comment here 1 second. She said, "We have a courting protest, so Streamheart. It's so good because they're seasoned players, and the poor girl gets suckered in, giving it all, only to find out later she's just a side piece. That's the crazy thing that happens. Just to find out she's the side piece. The same thing I said with the guy that was a YouTuber who had the girl, and he was playing his girl with the other girl, and he was playing her too. It was crazy. And so just find out she's the side piece and gets dumped when he gets her. Also, they get them pregnant because they hate using protection. Philippines is the 12th most populous country. You can see the intelligence on this lady here. The 12th most populous country in the world for that reason. Sure is. Because it happens to the younger girls. And the younger girls are having babies like crazy. There's a cycle of very toxic behavior, and Filipinas have grown so insecure over it. Perfect sense. Now, should a guy still allow her to be controlling like that? No. But I understand it. Because it happens with women, or women, or sometimes what'll happen is a woman will have 2 or 3 babies with a guy, right? Get married to him. Then he does that. Then he decides, you know what? I'm going to be the player. Get another woman pregnant. And it's wild because I know some of you guys are thinking, man, I could have grew up Filipino and been doing this myself. But that's not right. Get the likes up. Stop the show. Get them likes up. Yeah, for sure. Thanks a lot, House of House. You guys definitely get the likes up for sure. That does help me out. And so let me go back up to the top a little bit. Let me see. I missed a couple of guys. So now, decent Filipinas still got those traditional courting values. Yup. However, when we do get pudding, look out. It's bandit time. Hey, it is what it is. LOL lockdown and hold on for the ride of your life in general part-time. I was in Pasay 2 weeks ago. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely. Will when I get out there, let me know when you come back, man. I know you may be doing your visa runs, but if not, even if you're there, let me know. Watch it. What's going on, John? How you doing? Carton Banks, how you doing, man? Nancy the Angel. BK said I was raised too with an iron fist from my father. I was to him a walking boxing ball. Yep. Yeah, that was good. I think all the guys that are like, um, early 80s and behind, maybe a little bit 90s and behind, were raised like that. I would do that if I had a daughter. I mean, that is really traditional. Yeah, I would too. I would definitely be like that with my daughter. You would have to be. The great thing about me is that I'm a father that's going to be home. So if I get a daughter, it's going to be like, right? I'm going to be right there. Like everything I do is home. Kay's home. So that kid wouldn't get away with any murder. That kid would be trained militant, raised like in the military. Jay, man, I remember when you told that story of the African man and his Filipina and how she would hide from him. Man, that was funny. But man, they do not get it from that man's side. Yeah, I know, right? They sure don't. What I meant was, do fathers get rough with the boys that break their daughter's heart? The player Filipino boys? No. Oh no, I've never seen that. Well, it's just like the West too, man. Some of these Filipino guys will split your wig. So fathers not getting rough with these guys out here. A lot of young guys don't have no sense out here too. It's just the times. Only thing though is they still respect elders, but if an elder, guy like that with a young boy, depending on where he was from, you'd have a hard time. Not being a dictator, but finding a suitor for my daughter. Yeah. Danland legalized weed. Do you think Philippines may follow suit, seeing its success economically? Philippines not following suit. It's too strict here. Even though a lot of people do smoke here, I don't think that's going to happen. No time soon. I'm still surprised it happened in the West. I was there to see it. Filipino are allowed to be good dads here. That can have a big impact on the child. Yeah, there are a lot of good Filipino fathers. I have to say that. I can't say, that guys or players without saying all the good Filipino men that are here, because it's a lot. I've seen them. I have them in my family, and I see how they raise their kids, and they're excellent. There's a lot of good guys here, but you have a lot of guys that are players. But what I find though is that the girls like the hardcore players usually more. What I mean by hardcore players are the guys that are honest, the guys that say straight up, "Yeah, I got a girl," and that's more respectful to me. Is it right? No, it's not right, but I still respect it more. Balls in a mason jar next to the arm, and a hammer of baking soda in the fridge. Do you teach people on how to do Upwork, trying to make some money? Move you did my G like you did G. Yeah, email me to blackfilipino@gmail.com. Anybody that wants to know about working online. But I'm gonna let you know that you will have to buy me a coffee. All right, but I'll talk about that more with you. There is a small fee for me to train you. But what I'm teaching guys not just working online. I'm teaching guys that have their own agency, teaching guys how to start their own agency. I'm actually helping a person get started with his, and I'm saying by next week he should have at least 2 or 3 contracts for his agency, and yeah, it's fruitful. It's very fruitful, and it's so fruitful in a way to where you can have 4 employees, right? And just off them working, once you get a contract, you can make $5 off each one. So you get four. Say if you get a contract and they take 4 people, like I'm about to get right now, you can be making like $20 an hour off one contract, depending on how much the Filipinos are working for, and make a killing. But so yeah, contact me. My girlfriend is 30 years old, province girl, and I had to date her father's. Had to have her father's consent. Yeah, same thing. I had to do too, and I wasn't used to that. So when I got here, right, and I took the whole family out to dinner. It wasn't to like please them or show off. I took everybody out to dinner to get the father's consent, and so we were eating. Then I sat right next to him, and then I said, "Hey, can I have your daughter's hand in marriage?" He said, "As long as you're looking to take care of my daughter and you're a good guy." He already knew because we had the same religion, so yeah. From there, it was all peace. He got to meet me, and you know how it is. Not too far after, he got to see me have karaoke. He got to see I'm a cool guy at that, and also because guy fathers want to make sure you're not going to be a guy in front of my face and then 2 months later start beating my daughter, you know, and he definitely wanted to make sure of that as well. And so, man, I don't think I can surrender my location to any woman just because. I mean, if she really want to know where I'm going, I'll just tell her. Other than that, that's too much. Yeah, it is too much. It is too much. I think it kills attraction. Men who give up the ability to get other women. The goal is to keep yourself wanted, but not act on it. That keeps your girl's attraction to you alive. Competition anxiety. Yeah, competition anxiety is real, and that's true too. But you know what it is, House of Haas, is that a lot of these guys are young minded, and then you have a lot of guys that all they think about is drinking and smoking. I was like that until I quit drinking. A lot of people just live to drink and smoke out here in the Philippines. They live to drink, smoke cigarettes, drink beer, and that's what they have to look forward to. Go to work, drink beer, karaoke, chase girls. It's the same thing like guys in the hood, right? They just think with their penis, chase girls, have fun, But where I was from, it was like chase girls, rhyme, sit there and rhyme on the corner. It's like the same thing, right? Just like karaoke, that was rhyming on the corner, drinking, smoking weed, and it was like the same cycle you see out here. So it's really no difference to me. Hey, people with only 5 likes. Come on, help the brother out. Oh yes, guys, please drop a like. I'd appreciate it if you do. Yeah, that's crazy. 5 likes, 80 people in here. That's crazy. Link said I met a Filipina, and she had serious trust issues due to a point I hurting her. She would bring him up too much. I am thinking, hell no, I can't deal. Yeah, it's crazy because women here actually, there's a lot of women here that may need therapy too. They need therapy because they have that anxiety of guys breaking their heart. Only thing Filipinos don't believe in, they don't believe in therapy, right? But I don't believe in therapy either. But I think it's because I'm a man, and not just a man. I'm a man that the way I was raised. It's like don't cry, get up, brush it off. And when you raised like that, you actually put it to the past. It really helps. I mean, sure, I've even tested it on children. When my son was growing up, every time he would fall, I would start laughing. Right? I would start laughing. Say, "Get up, son. You're all right." You know what happened? He stopped crying and get up. He stopped crying and get up. Every time I would see a kid fall on the floor, I start laughing and go, "Get up, you're all right." They get up. Stop crying. It'd be fun. I'm fine. And it's really it's a psychology thing you do, and what that does, it makes kids tougher. And I was the oldest, so I did it to my brothers and sisters all the time, and all my brothers and sisters grew up tough because of it. If my girlfriend asks where I am, I'll reply other side of your smartphone. Get the likes up, stop the show, get the likes up, feed the algorithm. Yeah, don't do it. That's too much drama. And so this melt, yeah, man, she was badass crazy about it, and it shocked me. But I felt bad for her. I had to step away from all that meaning ending. Yeah, you have to. Many retired expats still make babies with their much younger Filipina. I'm not sure that has to do anything. Yeah, man, it's way too many other Panays out there. That's drama free and good to go. Just got to be patient. Sure do, man. Sure do. And yeah, guys, so I have a guest right now, my man, Big Chuck. What's going on? What's up, Chuck?
Oh, sorry about that. I was talking and the damn thing was muted.
Yeah.
I watch your show all the time, and I usually just leave comments. Are you guys are having a hurricane right now, right?
Yeah. It's over here. It's actually close by where I am right now.
What's
But
the name of
it's
it
not too
again?
bad. I don't even know. I seen the alert on my phone earlier.
Yeah, this
Let me see if I can-
Filipina told me about it this morning. She,
Mhm.
in fact, I'll look up the name. Yeah. So how's things been going for you there?
Everything's all right, man. Everything's all right. I'm just waiting to get back out to Manila. Um, you know, I need to be where it's at. My wife has a lot of things going on there. She has a shopping thing she does. So I really need to be there. But
Oh yeah,
other than that, I'm good.
I'm sorry, the name of the hurricane's Carding, I believe.
Okay. So I wanted to ask you a question, brother, because I know
Sure.
you've been in the Philippines a lot, back and forth.
Yep.
Have you ever bumped into any Filipinos that were too jealous?
Okay, so the first thing first, Filipinas, if you've got social media, if you're dealing with and it's probably not just Filipinos, not limited to them, but if you got social media, you need to put your friends list in private mode. You need to make sure that anybody that you either don't want them spying on or talking to, because I guess the best word is spy. So I'll just tell you like this. Basically, the Filipino I was dealing with, she was an ex actually, but not only was she going through like all of my photos and looking for me with other women, on top of that, her friends were doing the exact same thing. And then they started basically like they were spamming my friends, they were spamming my family members with friend requests. And Facebook makes it really easy for that to happen because they basically show you who's connected to who, even if you hide your friends list. So,
Mm.
they're like, my thing is, unless I'm absolutely serious and unless the relationship's serious, I don't want anybody who I don't completely know talking with my friends and family. I don't want anybody who I don't completely know, basically sidelining me and going into other people's DMs because I would get
Mm.
messages from people and they'd be like, yo, who is this? And why is this person asking me information about you? or why is this person asking information about me? And the thing about it is, you set your friends list to private, and you almost have to operate more than one social media account. So you have to operate one that's public, and then you basically have one, like what I do is I have one that's completely private. The only people allowed on it are my family, like blood members. And I have another one for friends and like my YouTubing and everything. And then I have another one for nothing more than business speak. And I never let those three mix. I don't let my family mix with the friends, and I don't let the friends mix with business. I don't let my family mix with business. And, I perfected it over a time, because every now and then, you get people pissed off at you. You get doxes. And then, again, you have people who literally will spy on you. They'll talk, like, for instance, they'll bring up old photos. Oh, who's this? They'll be like, no, this photo is taken in 2002. Why are you worried about it? Don't worry about it. And then that puts unnecessary strain. You get them, suspicious of you. They think that you've got that you're married, or they think that you're in another relationship otherwise, and then they start and then it, because they're not too subtle about it. They start asking you questions like, oh, what do you think about divorce? Is it possible to get divorced in America? And as you know, there's some scammers who what they actually think is that they can have a boyfriend and that they'll get with you just up until they get to America, and then all of a sudden they can just divorce you. And it happens. And so my thing is, it's like you gotta operate with, what did they say? It's an old saying: never let your left hand know what your right hand's doing. You were gonna say something?
Oh no, I was saying that's crazy. Have you ever had a situation where a Filipino like did that to you? Like said, "Who's this?"
Oh yes.
And started, wow.
Oh yeah, my Chinese girlfriend from 2002. Because here's the thing: the last time, one of the last times I went to the Philippines, right after I went to the Philippines, I spent time in South Korea with one of my Chinese friends from school in Shanghai. Because I went to school, I lived in China for a while, so I went to school there. And the thing about it is, I went to the Philippines first. I was with the Filipino first, and then when I went to South Korea, I was with a friend. She's just a friend. No sex, no nothing like that, no romance. We're just a friend. But the mere fact that she's a female, she's like, oh, well, they get right away apprehensive and jealous. But she's just a friend. So the thing about it is, you get these questions. Oh, who is this? Oh, what? Oh, and then they assume that you're playing them, but you're not playing them, because the other person, it is possible to just have a friend.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that all the time. So I hide my old photos. I'm not going to delete them because they are part of my profile. But again, I keep certain things separate, and that's just that.
Yeah, man, that's wow. So yeah, man, I want to say that's good information. I think a lot of guys need to hear that. So you heard what he said, guys. Have your Facebook separate. Have it separate for even your Filipina, to where it's not connected to your friends and family if you don't know her yet. That's like, for instance, with Kay, I would connect it, but I see what you're saying. What you're saying?
Well, you're married to Kay, so that makes it slightly different. But also, you got to also remember, if you're posting things and you have people coming on your posts and commenting or leaving likes and this, that, and other, these girls are watching those likes and those posts, and they're going through those likes and posts, and they're questioning these people. Even if you hide your friends list, they can still see the people who like and post on your page. And the level of spying is like psychotic. And what they'll also do is, and you may have experienced this, some of them will use FaceTime to keep you on the line. And it was funny because I used to have a best friend, and we worked in the banks together, right? And my best friend, his girlfriend was so psychotically jealous, I swear. She would make him leave his phone running all day long just to make sure that he didn't talk to any other women in the background. And like, he was sitting at a desk right next to me. I'd look back at him when I'm trying to talk to him, and he's acting funny. And then I'm looking down, and I look down at his phone, and I see the dial ticking. And I'm like, why is your phone still on? Why is it counting? And I realized, I was like, wait a minute. She's making this dude leave his phone on to listen in. And like, for instance, she was so bad when we would go hang out, we go to a restaurant or whatever. If he had to go to the bathroom, she would literally get up and wait outside the men's bathroom to make sure no women came near the bathroom to talk to him. I can't make this up. And I was like, this is crazy.
That's abuse, man.
It really is. But they were together at least 15 years.
Even Kay's over here crying.
Yeah, I know. They were together about 15 years before having their first kid. And when they had their first kid, they had like a very quickie marriage. I don't know if it was because they were different religions or what, but they had a very, very small quickie marriage. I've never seen any wedding photos. And I don't even really know if they're actually married, to tell you the truth. But they did have a kid because she started getting older and she was like, yeah, I got to do something with these eggs before I hit the point of no return. So, but that's the thing. She was psychotic and it was crazy because, you know, he'd run up phone bills. His phone bill would hit like $2,000, $3,000 sometimes. And when he would buy new phones, he'd buy 2 phones. And back then, you know, the phones, you buy them on your credit. So he'd have like $4,000 and $5,000 phone bills. And I'm like, how's this? You know, this is crazy. And that's what it was. And you know, they're together and everything, but you know, it's not pristine. I mean, they live with her parents. You know, they live with her parents. He's older than I am. He's 42 years old. You know, and she's slightly younger because I think she was maybe 5 or 6 years younger than him. But the thing about it is, you know, y'all still live with your parents and this, that, and the other. So basically, you know, he's got one kid, but he's basically trapped, you know, and that level of relationship abuse. If you've got somebody who's calling you at all hours of the day and keeping you on FaceTime and forcing you to stay on video, the last chick I was talking to, I told her, is like, listen, I got to go to work and I got to turn this phone off. And then I got really stern with her because at a certain point it got really, really annoying. Now, sometimes it was fun because like she'd be like, oh yeah, you want to watch me take a shower?
To love. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's fun.
A common tactic. But my thing is, the shower watching is fun, but after a while it gets incessant and it gets abusive. You can't call me when I'm at work. You can't call me when I'm busy. And then if you ignore the phone call, oh, what were you doing? Who were you with? And this, that, and other. And then you also got to remember, some of them are projecting on you. Some of them are cheating themselves. Yeah. Projecting it on you. And they don't think that you're going to realize that they're projecting on you. But, you know, so a lot of them don't understand basic psychology, and they also don't understand what other people look for. So when you see certain things, you realize, wait a minute, you know, the mere fact that you're so uncomfortable with what I'm doing at any given time might mean that you're up to no good, you know?
Yeah. Man, I'm happy you came on, man, because that I was looking for a story like that. And I know you've been back and forth to the Philippines. I've seen you. I was looking at your video the other day, and I seen you in China. You were talking about the passport bros, right? It was happening. But no, you were in Korea.
South Korea.
Yeah, you were in South Korea, and you were walking through, and then you were showing your place that you were staying at the end of the video. And then it was funny because at the end of the video, it was like, you know, I have to go drop some friends in the pool. And I said, Kay didn't know what that means. Kay said, what does that mean? I said, Kay, you got to go take a dump. She started, I was like, no, your videos are good, man. I like the way you put your personality in there. And it was crazy because I actually sat there and watched like a 50-minute live stream. And I was like, I can't believe I'm still watching this. And I told Kay, I was like, Kay, I said, no, you know what's keeping people there is the way he talks.
It's the unpredictability. It's
exactly.
See, I don't script any of this. I talk for hours. And no script. I know. And then I throw things in there that you wouldn't expect. So, you know, I learned that kind of from Howard Stern. They said, oh, well, if the people hate him, why do they keep watching? It's because they want to see what he's going to say next.
Yeah. You have to be like that. And you know what's funny? I say that all the time. Like I see some guys that do live streams, and Kay even sees it too, because me and Kay, when we do a live, we could talk. We constantly talk. And some guys will pause, and I go, the live stream is dead. Because the guys, they're sitting there, and, you know, when you give that little bit of dead air space, it's done. People lose interest, and they want to click somewhere else. You know, people have short attention spans. and you have to constantly get their attention.
Yep.
Kay, say something, babe.
Hi, Kay.
Hi. We've been watching
funny?
your videos too. Jay
Yeah,
always
I
saying
can't
it on
watch
the
it.
TV.
Yeah, thank you.
I said,
Don't
put a
read
comment?
don't read too much into them because I'm not really crazy. I'm actually highly intelligent.
No, it's okay. That's okay.
Yeah,
I just have to be funny.
And you're funny too.
You know, and
You're funny too. We're just like
I've
just laughing.
I've seen some of you guys' photos. It's like when it's funny because when I see a full body photo of Kay, it helps me understand how tall she is versus how tall you are, right?
Yeah.
Y'all don't take a lot of full body photos. It's like I only see your upper half.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
we have a lot in my Facebook, but I'm 5'3" and Jay is like 5'7", 5'6", 5'7", yeah.
5'7".
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm short, man. I'm short. I'm not tall.
Yeah, I'm 6'6".
Oh, you 6'6"?
I'm 6'6".
I thought you were 6'2".
Dude, I have to fly business class, and I got to pay 3 times as much for a ticket just because I can't fit in economy no more.
Man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
so
especially the last time I went to the Philippines, I was on that nonstop Philippine Airlines A350, so I flew business class, and that helped so much. But I couldn't imagine. I can't be in economy. I can't do it. So I just, make more money, save more money, and then I, pay for my flights like that. But I do business class only.
Oh, wow. You have to, man. It's 6'6".
Yeah. For
6'6".
16 hours, you sitting there? Nah.
Did you play college football?
I played defense nose guard, and I played semi-pro.
Okay, yeah, figure. God being that big, man.
They tried to put me on offensive line, but I don't like standing still. I want to go out and get people.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, man, you're a big guy, man. And thanks for the super chat. Who's this here? Let me see who's this. House of Oz, he said he got that podcast voice. I said that to Kay. Tom Leica style type of voice. Hilarious to listen. You should be voice actor on Boondocks. They're hiring. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And that's why today I said, you know what? It's a perfect opportunity. I dropped the live. You chimed in early. I said I just messaged him the other day about doing that live stream, and we kind of talked about it. I said now is the opportunity. Let me get him in here. So I'm happy he's able to make it, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Poised for Duty says any football injuries. I broke my right ring finger, and as soon as I saw that right ring finger broke, I was like, yeah, I'm done. So I got out of it. Now, fortunately, I'm highly educated. I have a bachelor's in geology. I have a bachelor's in sociology. I have a master's degree in physics, and I have a master's degree in geology. Now, I chose to work Wall Street because I learned finances with real estate mortgages. I've sold houses and whatnot. And I have excellent credit, 850 credit score. I try to train people, coach people on building their credit and how to deal with getting mortgages. I paid off my student loans 10 years early. So when it comes to finances, I'm on top of it. I'm on top of that game. So basically, I decided to use my mind instead of my body.
That's
and
good,
I make
man.
a very good salary because you know how a lot of these women say, oh, yeah, well, if you're a passport bro, you must be broke. I make $200,000 after tax.
Yep.
You know what $200,000 can do in the Philippines.
Yes.
Like I can move down there and basically take over like a district, but it's like they don't understand. A lot of them, they insult passport bros. And what's funny to me is that you think that these feminists, you think that they would care that you're actually giving a female that you choose to marry a better opportunity, and you think that they would care. You think that's how they look at it, but the only thing they're concerned with is their own reproductive rights and freedom. That's it.
Exactly.
And they want your resources to get it accomplished.
Exactly. And it's disgusting, man. It's got so bad to where they can't do anything about us, right? You can do something about the guy that's around. You can assault the guy that can't jump up and leave. Now it's the end game. The game is over, and now we're winning, and the game is over. And I watched Dennis Sperling actually before this live stream, right? And one thing he said, I said, wow. He said, Kevin Samuels actually tried to bring the black family together.
Exactly.
And he said, but you guys bashed him. He said, me. But he said, Kay said, I'm the Blizzard King. He said, I'm the Blizzard King. Like it's going to be a cold winter, summer. And what's crazy, Big Truck? You talk about it all the time. and I see it all the time. I watch religious things that speak about this. I watch political things. I watch things on the news, and right now they're talking about the train strikes, and also they're having the what's other people that are striking? The train. I think it's what is it striking to?
It was a
The post
railroad
office,
strike and the truckers.
railroad, and the truckers, and also the post office too.
Post office is planning a strike. I didn't know that.
Post office playing, yeah, post office playing a strike too. And I was actually I put it in one of my videos recently, and I said, pretty much winter is here. When you have grain trucks, grain trains, right, not dropping grain off, so that means no food. When you have the mail stopping, what's coming in mail? Think about it. You know, you got checks coming in mail, many different things coming in mail. Then you have no food, no mail, and then what's the other one again? You just said it.
No rail delivery.
Yeah. Well, whatever's there,
everything is there.
Yeah, exactly. So, now what? Now they need a man to do what? Defend them, because now a man is the only one that's going to be able to deal with these hardships. When they have to go out and fight for food, that's what's going to start happening.
Well, ultimately, what it really comes down to is the women. Some of them are openly saying that they're in favor of polyamorous relationships, and they don't like marriage because it makes them a slave and this, that, and other. So what they see, basically, it's going to come down to this. It's like if you've ever owned a car, you understand right away you're either going to pay a car note or you're going to pay a mechanic. Period. That's it's only going to be one of two things, right? So with these women, these modern women, they only really have two choices. They're either going to have a husband or they're going to pay some man to do those husbandly things. So it could be something as simple as putting in and taking out air conditioners out of the window. It could be something as simple as fixing a roof. It could be something like mowing the lawn. All of the things that men do because they're either dirty, difficult, or dangerous. Like, these women are not lifting 200 and 300 pound anything. So the point is, what they want is they want to have the money or the finances so that they can simply pay a man to do the husband things. And when they decide that they want sex, they'll just bring a man around just for the sex and then push him out when they feel that they have no more use for him. So the women who are getting married, I don't consider that slavery. But the thing about it is these women have more stability because their men are that second income, helping them get certain things done and giving them more stability and more security than they would normally have if they have to get on the phone every single time they need something and call a man to do the things that only a man is going to be able to do. Because as much as they want to talk about equality, I've never seen women building no bridge. I've never seen women digging any tunnels. I've never seen that. I've seen women there holding the sign that says slow, but I've never seen them. They've got women flying airplanes now. I haven't seen them building airplanes. So the bottom line is the easier jobs have been left for them. There's nothing wrong with that. But I want you to notice during COVID, all of those easy jobs dried up and laid them off. Meanwhile, the men were working all of those absolutely essential jobs. So when COVID hit, the women went into survival mode, and they understand right away. It's like, I need to have a man there to back me up because one way or another, I have to get this income and I have to be able to pay these bills. Yeah. So they start OnlyFans, they did the YouTube and whatever it took. Even some went into stripping. The bottom line is they know that they got to get a man's money and his resources somehow. My thing is, I believe in marriage. And I think that women would be better off swallowing their pride and marrying.
It's wild, man, but it's like, I don't know, when it comes to marriage, it seems like women don't want it more than men. It's wild. Men want it more. Like, guys are actually, like, women, they just think guys are just going overseas and just having sex. Just having sex. Because, I said the same thing. I mentioned in my last video I did yesterday. I said, I moved because I wanted to get married.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to find a woman to marry. I knew that 7 years ago, right? I already knew the temperature of the West. because I was involved in it, you know. And a guy from New York that's ever ran around the city talking to girls in the city knows. You know, that's the home of modern woman. Book Trucks knows what I'm talking about. New
Well,
York City is the home of modern woman, the home of, you know, that's where it all started at with Sex in the City. It all comes from New York.
Yeah,
It's all from New York.
That's where the virus started. That was ground zero, right? So, no, Jay, let me break it down to you because, you know, the more time I thought about it, see, if you relate most human behaviors back to nature, it actually opens up the answers right there because you got to remember, we're evolved animals. Humans are hunter-gatherers. Men go out, they hunt, and they bring things back to the house. And that's our basic programming, right? We go out, we go shopping, we bring the food home. We go out, we work, we bring the money home. We go out, we look for a wife, and we bring the wife home. George Carlin said, your house is a place to keep your stuff while you go out and get more stuff. The problem with men and women is that when men go out and get women and bring them home, the last thing that he's thinking is that they could leave. Nothing else that you have can get up and leave except your woman. So you have a hunter-gatherer mentality, and the way it's supposed to work is you go out, you hunt, you bring the food home, she cooks it, she feeds the kids, you go out, get the money, you bring it home, you hand her the money, she pays the bills. That's how it's supposed to work. But the problem is now that women decided, yeah, I can get up and leave and I can do what you do, the problem now is now you don't trust them. Now they don't trust you. They think you're holding out on them. They think they're holding out on you. They think you're holding out on them. So the problem is now you got to worry about them getting up, leaving, and taking half your stuff. So the issue now becomes if, because men are not designed to take care of children at home. That's not what we're designed for. We're designed to be out there making that money, working, digging tunnels, whatever it is. We're designed for that. Women have breasts. Women birth children. Women carry children. They're designed to deal with the child burden. That's what they're designed for. I outwork every woman who works in my business. I don't take days off. I don't get headaches. I don't get cramps. I outwork them, and then they want to complain, oh, you make more money than me. Of course I do. I don't even my mom had me and my sister, and she had to take a lot of time off of work to come up to school and to deal with us when she was at work. So then the issue becomes when I decided to go get my education, I was able to blow through the same things that she couldn't do in a shorter period of time simply because I didn't have to take the time off. But the biggest problem that you're seeing with men and women now is that women are giving the best of their womanhood to their careers and their schools. And they're staying in school for the structure and they're staying in career for the structure. But here's the problem. How does a woman be a good woman at home if she's busy in some school or busy in some office? You can't have it both ways. So what I've noticed is what smarter women do, they have their kids early. And then once the kids are older and able to take care of themselves, that's when they'll go out and get a job. That's what Jewish women do, and that's what a lot of Asian women do. And that's the reason why they're able to have maintainable, sustainable households. Like the Chinese, when they have their kids, when a couple gets together, have their kids, usually the parents and the family buys them a house. And they don't have to pay bills on that house except for utilities. They don't have a mortgage. So when they have their kids, they give their kids to the grandparents. The grandparents take care of the kids. They go to work. And when the grandparents get older, they take care of the grandparents. The wife will quit her job to go take care of the grandparents. They keep that money inside a cycle. Blacks in America don't have that cycle. I will also say that Filipinos, I've noticed that they have a lot of children. And I've heard Filipinos say that their children are their retirement plan.
Yeah, it's true.
Children go and work, their children send money home. Or when their daughters go and marry, their daughter may work in the other country, send the money home to the parents, and that $200 or $300, that's a salary. That's a huge income. So in a way, actually, they have a plan. That's what I like. The women
they do. Yeah, they do.
I think Black Americans, we have no plan. I also think it's affecting white Americans negatively because if you take a look at the last census, you'll see that white Americans' growth has stopped. They're on the decline. Black
Wow.
Americans grew a small amount, but the largest growth that was noted was Hispanics
Foreigners.
and Asians.
Asians,
That
yeah.
was the largest growth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a reason behind that. It's the same thing when you turn around and look at Hispanics and Asians. What do you see? That they stay traditional.
Family.
That's where guys are going.
Mhm.
Guys are going to the Spanish countries and the Asian countries, and it's a reason for that.
Yep.
And I think America needs to learn from that. Go, wait a minute, where are these guys going? And then you look at black men, right? You see black men, the marriage is going down, but you see the marriage increasing for black men, getting married to where Hispanic woman and Asian woman, right?
Yep.
It's a reason for that. Like they have to look at it and go, wait a minute, okay. What can we learn from this? If they sat back and looked at what's going on right now with the passport bros, they would learn. Like you said earlier, you're making 200,000. I'm going to be in a way to making more than 100,000 soon, right? Way more. And that's what's happening with guys. Guys are leaving, and guys are being bigger than they was even when they were back home. Guys are going to other countries, and they're still established. So what's the problem happening here? Where guys are leaving, and guys are not broke how women are claiming they're broke. Guys are fine. Guys are doing well for themselves. If a guy's going to leave and go to another country and live, okay, what is that guy doing? Think about that. He's not over there selling drugs, because that's not going to last too long. You see Chapo and these guys all these guys getting locked up. Obviously, these guys are doing something right if they can go out and be in countries 6 months out of the year, or go out for a year, a month, or leave for 2 weeks. Even if a guy can go leave for 2 weeks and he does that 5 times a year, right? And even if that guy only makes 50,000 a year, that guy's not broke.
And also,
There's-
just want to add with that, Jay.
Yeah, go
When I was editing Jay's video, I was just laughing on the reaction of this. The videos that Jay react. I was
yes,
like,
Kay,
why they're
give your
thinking-
input.
Now I was thinking, like, why they're saying that is like, even me when I went to Thailand, I also like, you cannot go to one place if you are broke, because it's
You
really
can't.
expensive to live in another country. It's not like you're
Mhm.
gonna live there and then stay in the province where nobody know you. It's really expensive to live in another country. Of course, you're gonna save a lot of money still, but still, I don't believe that those passport bro, they travel because they are broke. They travel because they are done. That's what I understand when I was.
They're done, exactly. And you know what? I said to any guy out there, like, I'm speaking to guys now, like I spoke with a guy yesterday, right? He's a young guy, and this is crazy. He's a young guy from Alabama. I won't say his name. He has to be no older than 22. And I'm talking with him about doing business, and he's working on getting a couple of degrees, and he's going to get the degree, have a work at home business, and then he's thinking about leaving. This guys are contacting me that are babies, and they're already talking about leaving. They have to turn around and look at it and say, wait a minute, this is really a problem. And you know what's going to start happening is it's going to start being a problem. And these women are going to start doing whatever they can. And I'll tell you what's going to happen too. They're going to start, and I seen this on Dennis Sperling a while ago. I said about 2 weeks ago. He said they're going to start, because right now they have laws against guys going across seas for predators, right? What they're going to start doing, especially with guys in places like Philippines and Thailand, guys that's making vlogs about, the sex areas, they're going to start making laws to have those guys charged for trafficking. Like right now, there's laws for that for underage kids, minors, right? They're going to start doing that for guys that are just showing vlogs about Angela City or vlogs about Pattaya, Thailand. Those guys are going to start being under heavy scrutiny when they go back into the States. Not for other countries, but for the States, they're going to start doing that. And so I say, if anybody's watching this that may be doing that, just keep your head up and keep your eyes open, because they're going to start cracking down on it. Because they're going to start doing whatever they can to keep that money inside of the U.S., right? Because this right here, what it is, it's America can't control that, right? They can't control that money that's not inside their country, right? Because guys are leaving and guys are starting businesses other places. I'll tell you this, man. when I look at how much it costs to open up a laundry in the US, right? You could open up a laundromat in the Philippines for $20,000, right? You can open up a business out here for it's very inexpensive. And if pretty much any country outside of the US, you can enterprise much easier. I have a friend that's where is he at? He's in Turkey, and I don't want to say what he's doing, but he has his clothing company. He has a clothing company, and he's enterprising with that. You know, there's guys that are leaving places and that are finding other opportunities outside of US, and it can be done. And these guys can't be controlled. It's only going to continue. Guys are going to leave, grow, and then they're going to find wives, and they're going to stay gone. So America's losing that income. So they're going to start looking at that too soon.
Well, you got to remember, America's going to tax you regardless where you make the money, because as long as you're an American citizen, you still got to pay taxes.
Yeah, I know.
So it's very, I mean, you know, when you go to these foreign countries, it is possible to make your money off the books. But the problem is your money that you make in other countries is really worthless until you exchange it for American dollars. So one way or another, the U.S. government is going to make that money. So they'll let you operate. But see, the issue that you're bringing up is messing with minors. That's the real issue. You know, see, basically, if you're dealing with women who are not minors and they're above the age of 18, the issue ultimately is, in some countries like the Philippines just changed the age of consent to like 16, and
16,
it was at 14 before. So the issue ultimately is, even if they say it's 16, as an American citizen, you're held to the law of 18.
10, yeah.
And my thing is, you shouldn't be going after anybody that young anyway, because you know, then you could get charged not just with trafficking, but just, you know, various types of exploitation if they so care to look into you. But my thing is, again, I hate using the word predator. And the reason why I don't like using that word is because scientifically, a predator is an animal that attacks, kills, and eats another animal because it wants the energy of the food. Hawks don't go around fucking the mice. That's not how it works. So I think they should come up with another word, because this predator thing, you know, to catch a predator, I think it's kind of it's being overused, because now they're trying to apply it to men who are dating foreign women who are of legal and above legal age, in their 20s and their 30s, because they're trying to say that you're exploiting them financially, and they're trying to make it so that the woman always has control of the finances. In Australia, for example, if you live with a woman, if you cohabit with her for a certain amount of time, she can get a form of alimony from you, even if you've had no.
In the Philippines, I heard they passed that in the Philippines too.
Yeah, I mean, well, for the Philippines, it actually makes sense, because most of the people don't spend the money to go through a formal wedding. But if you've had no children, just because somebody lives with you, unless they're exercising squatters' rights, that does not in any way make sense that somebody should be allowed to sue you for continuing payments if they're not married to you and they have no children with you. That makes no sense at all. I don't believe laws like that will ever get passed in America, because we have First Amendment and we have a couple of amendments that kind of protect us from that. But the way things are going, you just don't know. You know, so in Australia and Canada, they can pull that nonsense off, but I don't think they can pull that here in America.
And what about? I wanted to ask you a question about this though, because I'm sure you've seen what's happening with Tasha K, right? And Cardi B.
Good for her.
Yeah, Cardi B actually was about to sue Tasha K.
No, she is. She's suing her.
She sued her $4 million. Yeah,
trying to garnish her.
Yeah, she's gonna garnish her. And I mean, don't you think that's free speech though?
No, it's not. It's if you make slanderous claims against somebody and you're talking about them having viruses and you're talking about them having diseases and stuff, unless you have proof of it.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is, Tasha K, and I've watched her show maybe once or twice, runs her mouth, says stupid, like irresponsible things, and Cardi B decided to shut it. Cardi B sued her in a court of law, and Tasha K decides she's going to run to another country trying to save her assets. Here's the problem, though. Tasha K is smart enough not to get rid of her U.S. citizenship. As long as she's a U.S. citizen, she's always going to be on the hook because she's going to have to pay taxes. She can't evade her taxes, and the courts can garnish her Social Security and her taxes. So if she gets tax return, because keep in mind, if she's making money on YouTube, that money is going through the U.S. government, and that will get garnished. So there's nowhere you can run. There's nowhere you can hide, especially now with technology and digital. You see how quickly we canceled those Russians oligarchs. We canceled their money and their passports. You see how quickly we did that? Yeah. All they got to do is flick a switch, and Tasha K is getting garnished at whatever the garnishment rate is. She's getting garnished, and there's nothing she could do. So every dime that she gets, 10% of her paycheck is going to pay Cardi B. If it's a 10% rule. Usually in New York, I once got garnished because I defaulted on a Discover card. And that was when I was a student, because at that time I didn't have a job yet. I owed them $5,000. They did a lawsuit on me. I got garnished for 10%. I was able to pay it off, no problem, because they were garnishing every single check. And it was only $5,000. And they were taking 10%, and my checks were getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So they just kept taking 10% of that. This woman got sued for $4 million. She's going to be paying that for the rest of her natural life, one way or another. And if they can't get it from her, it's a possibility she has family members still here in America. They can get it through them too, but chances are they'll get it from her direct.
And the crazy thing, what I found nuts was Cardi B warned her. She said, "Listen, I know you have kids. Stop talking about my kids." And then she did it anyway. I don't know. It's crazy.
No, she's stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just want to see what you had to say about that, man, because at first I was feeling like, maybe it's a violation of free speech, because I'm like, yeah, she talked crazy, but then you're right, when you break it down that way, she slandered her.
And Jay, let me just say this: for a lot of people misunderstand free speech. Congress shall make no law against your free speech or your free religion. Private enterprise, private contracts is exempt from free speech. YouTube makes it so you can't come on here and just say anything you feel like saying. Facebook makes it so you can't go on there and say anything you feel like saying. If you make slanderous claims or libelous claims against somebody, libels in print, slander is spoken. If you make those claims against somebody and they can prove that what you're saying is not true and you're damaging their reputation and their image, they can sue you civilly, not federally. They sue you civilly. And she got sued civilly. And now she owes $4 million plus.
Man. And I was watching it with Kay yesterday, and I'm like, and I'm like, you know what was crazy? You know what was crazy? I'm sitting there going, I said to Kay, I said, if somebody backed her, was willing to pay it all for her so she can double down, because it's good for TV, right? At the end of the day, if she went on a network or another platform besides YouTube or Facebook, and someone paid it off and was willing to pay, because drama sells, right? Drama sells. And I said to Kay, I said, if someone was willing to back her, she would make a killing and actually go from that 4 million and turn it into 40 million, right? Because the way she talks, she would need her own platform. But that's the thing, though, Big Truck, is a lot of people don't have their own platform. And
whether you have your own platform or not, you can't make slanderous or libelous claims. It doesn't matter if you have your own platform. It doesn't matter. They can come after you civilly and they can get you. It does not matter. Whether she said it on YouTube, whether she said it on Patreon, it does not matter.
See, I didn't know that. To be honest with you, I didn't know that.
Yeah, when you launch a civil suit against somebody, all you've got to do is prove damages, and you have to prove slanderous or libelous intent. And you're done. And the judge already granted the judgment. It's over. So now you have a choice. Either you pay up front or they're going to take it from you a little at a time for the rest of your natural life. And then when you die, they take it out of your estate.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, she should have kept her mouth shut.
Yeah, she should have. And Kay, I want to ask you this, Kay.
I think Wendy Williams nearly went down for the same nonsense.
Yeah, no, a while ago. And I think it was happening when she was on the radio, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. And so Link said, please chime in on this. You are Pinay. So from your side, explain to us what could be done. What could we be doing to cause this? What do you mean, Link? To cause what?
Now he's asking this one: is it fair for us men to hide accounts on social media? Would this drive a Pinay crazy and cause her to assume odd things? And is this right if we want her to be right with us? For me, in my opinion, Link, I think this is my opinion. Okay, don't hate me, guys. I think it's better just to build a trust. I don't know, for me, because mostly Filipina is on Facebook. Of course, they're like, oh, I want to know if you have Facebook. Just to some girls think like, oh, just to see maybe because some Filipino doing it. They have some other a lot of Facebook account and they have they have different side girls. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
some Filipina, I think it's better for me if you trying to date a Filipina, maybe give some of your social media account just to
What do you mean?
because
Oh,
not,
yeah, I see what you're saying.
no
Give some.
share
Like Facebook,
not
okay. But
not
that's
in a
what Big Truck
login, not
said.
the same
That's why what Big
login.
Truck said made sense with having more than one. Because no,
So, but,
I think Big Truck seen it too. No, because it was a
Mhm,
guy. He came out here, thought he could be a player, right? Okay, you seen it. You helped me edit the video. He thought he could be a
mhm.
player, and he was actually one of those guys. I forgot what you call it. He was,
No, if you plan to play, of course you're not gonna
he was
give
a
that
well, he
social
was a
media,
big wig
but
guy, made millions of dollars, and he thought he could come out here, have a wife at home, and have some fun, right? But then the
mhm,
Filipino had access to his Facebook. He didn't do what Big Truck was saying. He didn't
mhm,
have a separate Facebook, right? He had Facebook all in one, and it ruined his life. He
mhm.
had a divorce, everything. Even lost his job behind it because she went on his Facebook and ruined him. And like Big Truck said, that's what Big Truck said was important. It's like if you're a guy that has a lot to lose, definitely have more than one Facebook,
But if
especially
you're
when dealing
looking
with a
for,
Filipino.
yeah, sorry to cut you. But if
Yeah,
you're looking
yeah,
for true love and you're not trying to
yeah,
date
yeah.
something like that, just share it to your
That's
ano
true.
because it's also catfishing because
Yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
if we're watching catfish, right?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes there's a chance that this guy is catfishing you. So I think for me as a Filipina, for me it's better for me if I know the social media. I can connect with my boyfriend or my
So
husband to be.
I have a
I
question.
think
So, okay,
that's for my opinion only.
how did you feel when you first see my social media?
No, actually, I asked Jay. I
Yeah,
said,
go ahead. Talk about
Jay,
it.
what's your Facebook? We didn't add
Right
your
away.
Facebook and we're chatting on Skype already. And it's like, of course, I want to see how he's living.
So it's
and
okay. Honest question. 'Cause I want to know right now. I don't know yet. We didn't talk about this stuff, guys. This is new. So you did your research, didn't you? You did your detective Filipino research?
yes, I do. I know you're
Yeah.
playing
Okay.
farm.
Thank
Jay
you for
is
being honest.
playing Farm Bill, like asking for gifts. And that's way back a few years ago. I was like, what's this? He's asking for gifts on Farm Bill. But
Yeah.
I do that, but I didn't like confront her. What is this? What is that? It's like, it's in the past. Like we are now together. This is our future together. This is present. I didn't ask him like the past. I just see and then, Detective K, but I didn't confront her or anything. I think the reason for me to share the social media is to avoid also like doubts, especially if
Yeah.
you're a long distance relationship. And
Mhm.
also you can always tell to your girl like, okay, I don't like this. You can just tell the boundaries between each other. But it's hard to do it if it's long distance relationship sometimes because the girls
Mhm.
is doubting or you guys doubting. Anyway, that's all I can say, Link. I know you have some other question, but I think it's better to share social media. All right, I'm
Yeah.
done.
That was a good answer. Good answer.
Well, all I was really saying is, again, I don't want somebody who doesn't know who doesn't personally know my family
Mm-hmm.
to be talking to members of my family if they haven't ever met them. I don't want that to happen because I'll tell you, I've had a couple of situations. Sometimes I've had, when my Filipina exes, I've had her friends follow my social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
And her friends would basically report back to her any and everything where I go, what I was doing, and they would tell. And then the issue becomes sometimes her friends would be asking me for money without telling her. And then the issue becomes now if that ever gets back to her, because if they talk to each other and then talk to her, if that comes back to her, now she thinks that I've got something going on with a friend. And the thing about it is that these DMs, they call them, these DMs are a bigger deal than anybody really gives them credit for. Because when you're quietly talking to somebody on the side, like how would you feel if like I'm quietly talking to your sister or your brother or one of your friends? Because what it is ultimately that the Filipinas assume, and we're just talking about the Philippines because Thai women do the same thing. They assume that any men that you're hanging with or related to, they assume that they're just like you. So if they can't get you, then they're going to go for the next step down. They're going to go for your brother, your friends, your family, whatever. Now, I don't want people like trolling my thing and watching me and this, that, and all that. Like when I want them watching me, I give them what I want them to watch. I don't want them going behind my back, talking to my sister, asking my family for money. Oh, are you his brother? Can you borrow? Can I loan? And I don't want that. And I don't want like because anything you say or do or text message to this person can get right back to your family. And then in some cases, you've had men get blackmailed. Like, you know, they'll try to use your nude photos against you or nude.
Yeah. And that was the big thing on Facebook too. Yep.
And you got to understand that can go both ways because I know one Filipino who was dating a guy, and he and her, everything seemed to be going well. She'd ask him for money, he'd give it to her. But then he found out that she was cheating on him. She had a boyfriend where she was. And the reason why he found out was, and this happens a lot, the boyfriend text messaged him and told him to stay out of their relationship. And he was like, who are you? And as soon as he found out about that, it was like, first of all, it was done. And he was like, well, first of all, I didn't even know you existed. And I didn't know you existed. And second of all, what he did was he took her nude photos and videos and showed him that she was the one sending it to him. But then this guy the Filipino guy was so jaded that he showed those videos and those photos off to her family and to her job. So this can go both ways. So my thing is, if you do, like, first of all, I don't believe in infidelity. So my thing is, it's much better to be monogamous and it's much better to be truthful. Is Jay still there? Can he hear us?
He went to the toilet.
He went to the toilet.
Yeah, but I agree with you, Big Truck, because
Jay, did you hear what I was saying? I'm sorry. Jay, did you hear what I was saying? So basically what happened was the Filipino guy said, yeah, stay out of our relationship, right? So the American dude, my friend, what he did, well, not really my friend, but the American guy, what he did was he proved to the guy that he didn't approach her by showing her all the nasty photos she was sending him. And then the jaded Filipino guy took those photos and those videos and he showed it off to her family and said, yeah, she's cheating on me. So that created a big mess for her. So it can go either way. The other issue, and I'll try to cut this one real short. There was a Filipina. She came from her province. I think she was in like Aurora or something. So she came from a province to meet this dude in Manila. And she met him in Manila, leaving her kids and her boyfriend, her separated husband, whatever it was, back in the province. She met this guy. She told her family that she was going to meet a quote-unquote investor, right? That's what she told them. She said he was going to invest in their land. So this way it made it easy for her to show off the photos and this, that, and other, because they wouldn't be suspicious if they thought he was just an investor, like a business person, right? Sure enough, she was sleeping with him. They were vacationing. He didn't know that she had a family. So what ended up happening was she told him she didn't want him to post any pictures on his social media because she knew that she had friends and possibly family members who were watching his social media. So he posted some photos of her on social media. Somebody, must have been friends or family, started talking behind the scenes, and then somebody called him up and text messaged him and said, oh, you're a home wrecker. You should stay away from me. You're just a home wrecker, you foreigner, and this, that, and other, right? And he was like, who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. So then that person started sending him photos of her kids, her boyfriend, husband, whatever it was, and turned out that she lied to him. She had 2 kids by 2 different men, and he basically dumped her, and he flew back to his country. And my thing is, it's like, if you're going to do foreign relationships, you got to be honest and you got to be truthful, because with social media the way it is now, you can't hide it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do anything on social media, somebody's going to find out about it, and they're going to talk amongst themselves. And then sooner or later, it's going to come full circle. So my thing, again, you keep your social media locked down. You keep them separated. Business, family, friends should never mix. And the problem I see on Facebook is Facebook actually does mix those things, because they send suggestions. Oh, do you know this person? Do you think you know this person? That's a huge problem. And I think they do it by your phone number, if I'm not mistaken, or they do it just by the email address. But then they look through your email addresses inside your phone, and then they send off messages to other people, and you may not even know about it until they send you a friend request. And that's the danger that I see.
Facebook is doing that for a while. They violate your privacy. People have been complaining about it for a while. That's actually a violation of privacy when they just suggest people like that.
Yep.
But yeah, it's crazy. But no, it's right, man. And I know you telling stories. I've heard stories like that too. These things happen, and it's not just the Philippines. So I'm happy you said that, bro. It's not just the Philippines. Like, it happens everywhere, every country. And I think more videos need to be made for the passport bros out there, or even guys that are traveling, to like, hey, these things happen. Like, you go overseas and you go there with your nose open too wide. Like, say big truckers from New York. I'm from New York. Us New York guys usually have a sense for that kind of stuff. But a lot of guys traveling may not. And they just go out there, oh, I love her, I love her, I love her. And they're so happy-go-lucky, and then boom. Guys go into countries and end up missing. I forgot what country it was, guys. I think it was
That's probably Thailand.
Yeah, Thailand too.
There's a lot of foreigners get killed in Thailand.
I know. What did I say earlier, Kay? I said guys don't talk about it though. I said to Kay, I said a lot of things happen in the Philippines, but most of the stuff happens in Thailand. People always try to make Thailand painted like it's this beautiful. It is beautiful though. Don't get me wrong, but most of the things that happen is there. Women get kidnapped, Thailand. Foreigners get missing, Thailand. It's mostly in Thailand, but it's just not talked about. Guys, oh, Thailand, come here. It's beautiful. And guys, like, you see how I tell my stories, Big Truck Noise. I tell my stories about the Philippines. I think the guys in Thailand should be talking about stories that happen there. So when people come there, they're not just like, oh, yeah, just walking through. Because, like, the same thing I said about the scam they had, it was years ago. This stuff was mostly happening. But it still can happen nowadays, with the Philippines open now. The scammers wasn't able to do what they've been able to do for years. What do you think they're doing?
There's also a documentary. There's a documentary before that we're watching.
Yeah.
In
Well,
Netflix.
Jay. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
It's okay. Now, I just mentioning about the documentary of this guy that scam a lot of people in Thailand.
In Thailand, yeah, that stuff happens all in Thailand, yeah.
But it's very simple. It's very simple. Why? You have to remember the Philippines is an archipelago, and it's basically waterlocked. Thailand shares its borders with Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Malaysia, and if there's a trafficking route, it goes straight back to China and to India, because the problem is they're short on wives. When I lived in China, one of the big things on the news there was the kidnappings. And they were talking about how there were a lot of women being kidnapped to be brides. Trafficking has only increased, and it's going to keep increasing simply because the one-child policy that China had and the policies that India had have created a imbalance between the males and the females. So the guys who want wives can't even get wives because there's not enough women. So what do? They travel to Philippines, they travel to Thailand, they travel to Myanmar, whatever, Indonesia, anywhere they can get to. And it's easier to go to Thailand because the place is landlocked. So you can just take a train or a set of trains. But Philippines, it's not easy to make somebody disappear there simply because it's like there's nowhere to go. It's like you have to either get on a boat or a plane. And they manage the waterways, they manage the airspace. So you're not flying in and out of there without somebody knowing about it. You're not getting a boat in and out of there without somebody knowing about it. Thailand, anything goes.
Sure does. And I'm happy you know about that, man, because right? People, and don't get me wrong, Thailand is beautiful, and Thailand is it's better as far as the infrastructure in the Philippines. Like I went to Thailand, I wanted to stay. Every time I went to Thailand, I wanted to just stay, right, Kay? I go there with Kay, and it's like, and I go shopping, and the amount of food I get for shopping, like
Yes.
I was in Thailand, and I got 4 big broccoli florets, the full
I
thing.
don't know about you, but I like the food
Like-
in Thailand better than Philippines.
I do, way better. Let me tell you, Big Truck. I got to be honest with everybody.
Did you take Kay with you to Thailand?
Kay, of course, Kay was there.
I work
Let me tell you,
in
man. Kay worked
Thailand
there.
too.
Kay was there
For
speaking.
years.
She's speaking in Thai language with people. I'm sitting there like, I'm happy I'm with her. I was so happy, man.
I
But,
was a teacher for 4
Yeah,
years
she was a
in
teacher.
Thailand.
Kay was a teacher
so I
in
speak
Thailand,
a little bit of Thai.
See, in the Philippines, I when I first got there, I really liked sisig and I liked Jollibees at first. But as time went on, I kind of narrowed down my food to like the roasted or the barbecued chicken and just the barbecue meat, barbecued food, and white rice. Because some of the things it was like
it's fresh.
I like
Because
just
it's fresh, right?
yeah, it was
Yeah,
hard
I know
for
what
me
you
to
said.
really process. But Thailand, when their food,
Thank you.
and it's all spicy, all of that stuff,
Yep.
I loved it, all of it.
You know what it is too in Thailand, right? You can eat anywhere.
Yep, on the street.
On the street, you can be in a hole in the wall town. You can be in a town that's dusty and dirty, right? The dirtiest. You could go to the dirtiest Thailand town and find good food. You can be in the worst place. You can be in a hole in the wall somewhere and find decent food. In the Philippines, it's not like that. I'm gonna just be honest, straight and honest. I'm not gonna lie to anybody about. I talked to Kay about it the other day.
I
And-
remember like Jenny was walking last Friday and then we're talking about, I was like, Jay, Thailand food is good, the infrastructure is good, and like even the hotel, the room is bigger, the condo if you
fabulous.
rent is bigger, right?
Yeah,
And I was telling Jay, but when we went to Krabi and we rent a motorcycle and then we break it a little bit, you cannot.
It was no love.
If you cannot,
No
if
love.
you cannot like speak fluent Thai, they're not gonna
No.
give you anything. Like you just no, shut up. Just pay this
It was-
2,000 baht.
It was no love in Thailand. It's no love.
But
it's
in the
like,
that's the only thing the
Yeah.
difference about that. In the Philippines, Filipino, okay, they're gonna give you the sympathy. That's the only difference I noticed. Like it's more like you feel more love in the Philippines. For me,
the
in my
language
opinion,
barrier is not there.
yeah,
it's
that's
not there.
the reason too.
That's
And
the
it's
best
horrible.
thing the Philippines has going for it.
Exactly.
Because I've been to South Korea, as beautiful as the place is, as much as I like the place, I felt completely isolated unless you speak Korean and read it.
Mhm.
Like one night I was in South Korea, I was waiting for the bus for like an hour before I realized that bus wasn't coming. So I ended up having to walk and find another bus. But the problem was I couldn't read the sign. So I had to use common sense to be like, you know what? There's something wrong here, And I used Google Maps and that got me around. Had I been in the Philippines, I could have just asked somebody and they would have talked to me and they would have told me what's going on. In Japan, same thing. Even though they have a lot of English signs, there's a lot of isolation. China is a little bit better. They have English signs, and most of the people, especially young people, speak English, so it's easier to get information. But the Philippines, that's the best thing you've got going for you. In fact, for hiring Filipinos for the call centers that we have here, we prefer you over Indians because your English is so much better.
Yeah.
And
true.
that's a good thing for Filipinos to get jobs. Because if it was up to me, y'all would have 100% of the call center jobs for overnight, timing and everything. Y'all have 100% of those jobs, and that's a good thing. Thai, I hate the way their language sounds. It sounds like cats fighting, and it's so high pitched. So, you adapt to these things, but I just prefer Philippines for those couple of things,
Yeah. It is, and the Philippines is it's ripe for the taking as far as guys that's in my field and what I do. That's how me and Kay came together, was for the same thing with getting Filipinos jobs for working those types of, working for call centers and working for customer service and call centers and sales jobs. Like my friend, actually, he has a whole team of Filipinos for like less than $2 an hour. And you still can find Filipinos at that rate. They're really getting 4 now. They're getting 4+, but just for the amount he can pay them, and the amount of work that he gets, it's crazy.
Yeah, but I guess it's a good thing because as you've seen, the Filipino peso is down against the dollar,
Yes.
and now that COVID is, for the most part over, it's like the high unemployment there has improved, and is still kind of improving right now.
Mhm.
And the Philippines has a good opportunity to improve their economy because right now China's about to go through hell, you
Mhm.
know. And the only issue is a lot of the goods that the Philippines has comes from China. So that may cause problems for them down the road. But the Philippines has opportunities. I think, honestly, the biggest thing the Filipinos need is a rail system from coast to coast and this, that, and other, because the problem there I see is that it takes too long to move between the major cities and the outskirts. It takes too long.
Mhm.
When it takes hours to go by bus or 11, 10 hours to go by bus from a province to the city, that's a big problem. And then you don't have a lot of airports there. I think if they had better rail service, not really high-speed rail, but if they just had better rail service from north to south, east to west,
Mhm.
I think that would improve things vastly. And I believe the Chinese were trying to help them build it.
Yeah, but they're very they're very they're scared of what the Chinese has planned for them because Chinese what they do in Africa, and then you can't pay them, and then they own part of your land. They didn't want to get involved in that, even though the Philippines stays in bed with the Chinese.
Oh yeah.
Okay, is Marcos for the Chinese? Is Marcos for it or? Actually, I don't want to talk about too much politics.
No, he
But,
just said friends for everyone. That's what he said
oh,
when he
okay,
visit Biden,
okay,
Biden. Sorry, but
all right.
there's a lot of improvement in the infrastructure in the Philippines because they're trying to build a bridge connecting from Cavite to
Mm-hmm.
Bataan. I'm not too exactly sure, but I just read it in Facebook and I hear it in the news. So there's infrastructure that's being built now, so which is good news. They're gonna be MRT connected to
Yeah,
they're
plus
going to be
plus what's her name
connected
is
to
Bill Bill
Parañaque
Bill
or
too.
something. Yeah, the
Plus
build. So
Marcos
there's
is
a
Bill
lot
Bill
of
Bill. Yeah,
that's Duterte, and then Marcos we're
mm-hmm.
gonna continue the
Continue it. Yeah,
build. So yeah, so there's a
and,
lot of improvement.
and it's gonna be a lot of good that happens because people forget. Actually, I'm gonna get too much in politics. Stop that all. But I was gonna no. It's good. What if he continues and he has the same ideas his father had as far as the positive things his father did? The country's gonna grow. It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
definitely gonna grow. It's gonna go. It's gonna grow, and I think he's gonna make the right connections with other people. Like right now, he's already talking that he's gonna be connecting with the people he needs to connect with. He's gonna have the friendships, like you said, okay, the friendships he needs to make in order to make things
Mm-hmm.
happen for the Philippines.
There's
So
friends for everybody.
yeah,
People in the comment section is shouting out. Big Jackie said you need to have a podcast, guys.
yeah,
He
he
has
does.
a
I
YouTube
said
channel,
that.
guys.
I have a
I
YouTube
said that
channel.
before.
I have a YouTube channel, and as far as I know, that's the podcast that I have.
Yeah, you need a podcast, bro, with backing. With podcasts, you get better, you get more money.
All right.
You can be on a podcast. That's what people are saying. Like how Joe Budden has a podcast. He
Yeah.
had, who was it with? Who was he with again? He was with
Because spontaneous. He's very
yeah, no,
spontaneous.
he's
So
spontaneous.
Wasn't Joe
And
Budden a rapper though?
Joe Budden was a rapper, but he has a podcast. Who was it with? He was a rapper, but he's better at podcasting.
Most of these people who have the famous podcast, they have an audience that they carried over from somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you get to be a really big YouTuber and you go into like podcasting, or if you do these streams, these StreamYard streams, I've done the StreamYard streams. It's just that I say that my core audience is like, I've been I'm all over the place. I'm with the Passport Bros. I'm doing travel videos. I'm doing electronic videos. I'm doing like electronic reviews. So it's like I'm all over the place. So my YouTube, it's like I get people to just focus on that for right now. It's like I've never been approached to have a podcast. If I was ever approached and offered like a deal, yeah, I'd do it.
Yeah, man. Because no, it may be a possibility, man. Because I'm telling you, you know where the possibility is going to come at. The videos you're doing right now with the Passport Bros.
Those videos are making a lot of views very quickly. I realized it was on fire because I was watching a couple of those videos really like go because the algorithm's been dogging me since COVID. YouTube changed their whole algorithm, and they only push what they want to push for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So my theory was you just continue to put out videos whether they hit or not, because sooner or later they may hit when YouTube starts to run out of content, and they decide to start. Because I've had videos where I've made them a long time ago, and then all of a sudden they start getting views, they start getting popular, and I didn't even realize why. So my thing is, you just keep throwing stuff out there. You never know when something will become relevant.
You know what's crazy? You know why the Passport Bro is going to be so big? A lot of people not realizing.
Because it's summer, men are lonely.
It pushes travel.
Yes,
the traveling is big money.
Yes,
those traveling companies, tickets, it pushes everything. Actually, when you think about it, people have to buy what to travel, they buy clothes to travel, right? They buy everything. They buy tickets. They spend money. There's so many companies that can get behind that. Traveling, even more so than the regular manosphere, right?
Yeah,
traveling, they're gonna get behind traveling more. That's a better industry to get behind. So traveling is gonna be big. So the fact that you've been to so many countries, right?
Yeah, and I'm still
you can
going.
Talk about the same stuff we're talking about now, and it'll blow up, man.
Oh yeah, well the next trip I have planned is I'm gonna fly business class, probably on Air Tahiti, Air Tahiti Nui, and I'm going to Bora Bora. And I'm just waiting to get a perfect ticket sale. So I'm waiting till Black Friday to see what tickets are going to look like for that. Because if I had bought those tickets before this inflation hit, they would only been like $5,000. With all this crazy inflation, they went up to like 10, and then they dropped back to 8. Just like when I just went to Maldives, I paid like $5,500. But if you had waited just a couple of months when Russia invaded Ukraine, all of a sudden they went up to $12,000, $14,000. I'm not paying no crazy amounts. But let me tell you, what I got with Emirates to go from here, New York to Dubai to Maldives, flying in the business class. I had access to the business class lounges in JFK and in Dubai. It was all you could drink, all you could eat. I had access to the showers in the lounge, the lounge areas. It was incredible. It was like it was incredible. So I'm going to do the same thing, go to Bora Bora, make more travel videos. And every single country I go to, every country that's popping because what it is, Instagram, Passport Bros, you're right. These things are driving travel. And people are ponying up that dough to go to places they normally never would have went, So I'm just happy. I'm just happy to keep my YouTube moving forward. That's
I hear you, man.
Because, it was like in August, I made like 50 videos. And in September, I might be slated to make another 50. Because I was basically doing I was doing like 2 or 3 every day. And they get relevant after a while, especially when you focus on certain topics. The Philippines is a good, strong topic because so many people want to travel from here to there.
Yeah.
So when you fly to the Philippines or you fly back here, what airline do you use?
I don't have a particular one. I'd use anything that's giving me a cheap ticket.
Jay spent like $700.
Yeah,
$700.
But I'm gonna start flying business class though, because I'm gonna need to use that as an expense. So I'm gonna have to start flying the business class. Yeah.
Filipino Airlines is a bit expensive, but what you can't beat is that they have a nonstop flight from JFK all the way to Manila. So that 16 hours feels more like 10 because half of it you're drunk and the other half you sleep. So
yeah, man.
Jay was drinking too.
I was drinking
to visit
and I was out. But
now, Kay, where are you now? Are you in the Philippines or are you in Thailand?
No, I'm with Jay.
We're in the Philippines.
On the
so
second
you have
floor.
like a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom or something?
No, she's upstairs. She's in the bedroom.
You have a house?
I'm downstairs in the living room. Yeah, we're in the house right now.
This is a house, but we will be moving in Manila. We got a condo, so we're just waiting for the move in. But it's only like a 1-bedroom. SMDC is a little bit small.
So you've already settled on.
Yeah.
Yes, we're waiting for it. We're waiting for the turnover already because it's taking forever.
Yeah, I think Jay did a thing where he was showing properties or something like that.
That's
and
the
I
one.
commented my favorite that I've used was in Quezon City. It's called the Grass Residences because they had like gigantic pools. They had mall access and grocery access like right next door. They weren't far from the airport. They
We
weren't
can
far
be
from
living close to
downtown.
there, not too far
Huh?
from there.
What's
We're
that?
That's
not gonna be
actually
too far from there.
SMDC. Big
Yes.
Truck. That's SMDC too. That's one of the property. The developer that the condo that we bought is developer is SMDC too. The same
Okay.
like grass residences. Yeah, they have
Yeah.
they're
I really
connected
like-
always in the mall.
I really liked them, and I think I had only paid about $500 for like 1 month or so. But if I was going to long-term rent, that's the place I would personally go. You know, I know you could probably find something cheaper, but you know, I love that place specifically because the amenities. I mean, they had a nice basketball court, they had a decent small little weight room, but they had so much access to stuff around there, and the bank was down the block. They had the Filipino National Transportation was everywhere. They had banks nearby. They had most major services nearby. See, I'm a city guy. I like having my services. So when you see people going to places like Cebu and these provinces, it's like I can't do that because I don't want to be in a place where water turns off or electricity turns off or gas turns off. I want that stuff running 24/7.
I know what you mean, and I'll tell you right now,
Run
I'm a city guy too, and I'm dreading it out here in the province. Not just off the simple fact of just the water turning off. It's just the things that we do. You know, I'm an active guy. Like when I do certain videos, I need to be around like in the province, right? The girls usually standoffish. In the city, they're more open and ready to be interviewed, you know. So in the province, I got a camera in people's faces. They're like, but whenever I'm in Manila, I'm like, hey, and hey. So I think when I go there, my vlogs are gonna increase because I'll be able to get some live interviews more. And also, Kay's already on it. Kay already knows she got to help me out with that. So it's going to increase. You guys are going to start seeing a lot of things happening.
And now that the Philippines is, you have already option to wear a face mask outside.
Yep.
It's already.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see the girls' pretty faces now. That's the
no more to you wear face
man.
mask.
No more
So when
face
you're walking
masks.
around, you'll still have to have face masks on?
No,
Oh,
Not
okay.
anymore. But if you go
not
inside the
anymore.
mall,
Inside
you
the
need to
mall.
wear
Inside the
face
mall.
mask.
Yeah, but that's
But
understandable inside
outside,
the mall.
yeah,
But outside, no.
outside.
We're gonna start seeing pretty faces in the Philippines. The Philippines is finally back, and Big Truck already knows these harsh lockdowns and the face mask. No more face mask outside. I'm so happy, man. It's gonna be a good time.
How about you, Big Truck? When you planning to visit your girlfriend is here, right, in the Philippines, or she's working abroad, or
They're in the Philippines.
are you visiting Philippines this year, or maybe next year, or?
Possibly this year coming. I'm just waiting because I usually get tickets during Black Friday, and I plan ahead by a couple of months. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
How big of a discount they give you on Black Friday?
Black Friday is again. I'm telling you, the last. Okay, well, first of all, Black Friday sales, you usually may see 20 to 30% or better. And it depends where you're going. Like if you're going to a very high volume place, the discounts are a lot better. But again, for business class tickets to go from New York to Maldives, you're usually talking in excess of $6,000 or $7,000. I got it for $4,700, and then I paid more to get the traveler's insurance. And you got to remember, this was last year in November. So what ended up happening was, even though I spent like $5,200, as soon as February hit and you had the Russia v. Ukraine, all of a sudden those tickets went all the way up to 10,000, 12,000, then 14,000. The highest I saw them was like the same exact ticket was like $14,000. So I got my ticket for $4,700, but those tickets went as high as 14,000 something. So the discounts can be tremendous. Now, Bora Bora is a very expensive trip. I estimate that I probably need to spend between 5 and 10. So I have that money ready to do it. But I'm waiting for Black Friday because I want to see what happens to the sale prices. Because what happens is most people buy their tickets to go there in those places during their best times of year. So the best time of year to go to Bora Bora is really April, because after that, I think they enter a bad weather season. Kind of like the Philippines. The best time to be there is before April. And then after that, you'll start entering monsoon season. No, I mean, the discounts on Black Friday for these airlines are excellent. And they always are. I have a coworker. I convinced her to fly business class when she was going to the UK. And she got the ticket for like $2,500. Later on, ticket prices went to like 5,000-6,000 after, over the time. And she had an excellent time. She had access to the lounges, and she had a great flight over there, even though it was a lot shorter than mine. Because you got to remember, just going to Dubai, that's 12 and a half hours. And then it's another almost 5 hours to get to Maldives or to go to Seychelles. So when I'm flying for damn near 20 hours, I got to make sure that, it's all, it's got to be comfy. It's got to be comfy.
That's a lot of money.
I got to do that. We're going to do that. No, we're going to do that. I'm
so
going to be
cheap,
looking
that's
at
why.
airlines. No. Which airlines usually have the best tickets for Black Friday?
Well, I'll tell you this. You could fly. Now, I'll tell you this. Filipino Airlines, for example, or Thai Airlines or Asiana Airlines, y'all are not very big people, so you don't need it as much as I do. If you want to do it, they have choices between premium economy and full business, right? Full business, you're talking about that cabin that has fewer people in it. You have the on-demand alcohol, on-demand dining, and you have the seats that fold out flat. Premium.
We got to do business at least because
okay,
we need to be lamping.
But the question is, business to where?
Well, I don't know.
Tony Anderson has a question for you, Big Jack. Sorry to cut you off. He said, "What is the website you use to find the best airline prices for that?"
Okay, I usually use Expedia.com, but there's another website called ASAP Tickets. ASAP Tickets.
I have a lot of bad things about them, though.
Well, I'll tell you like this. I got my Emirates tickets from them, and everything went perfectly. And not only that, ASAPstickets.com, they got me those Emirates flights before Emirates posted those flights on their own site.
Really?
So ASAP Tickets, I have to say, I give them 5 stars thus far. Now I've only dealt with them once just for this last trip, but Expedia I use regularly. I had no problem with them. I did have a Filipina person helping me on the opposite end. At the end of the call, they give you an option to give her a tip. I was so happy with how much they saved me. I gave her $100 tip.
Wow.
So my thing is, some people may say they have problems.
That's good.
But I think you also got to understand, all these airlines are not the same. If you get a ticket on Emirates, Asiana, South Korea, or whatever, and it's with certain airlines, you ain't going to have no problems. Now, if you're getting one of these multi-flight, multi-city tickets where you're just trying to save money, that's when you might have a problem. But if you're doing business class, chances are you're not going to have too many problems with these big, established Asian airlines.
Thanks for the super chat, Simply Rocco. Hey, Simply Rocco, I'm going to send you... Actually, I'm going to open it up for you guys, for any more guys. The guys are contacting me already. Oh, let me see here.
Now, I was messaging the professor because professor has a Filipina too, and Simple Rocco has a Filipina too. Maybe they can share also their experience about, social media. Do you need to share it to your girl? But Big Track, I want to say something about what you said earlier. I that's ruining us girls that doesn't like to do anything. Like I didn't even contact Jay's family when we're in Facebook until now. I don't contact his family, so it's ruining us. Like we just want to be friends with you on social media because what you said is really happened. There's a lot of issue like that in Rafi Tulfo that I watched. That is really yeah.
That's my
There's
God.
a lot. Same thing. Like they're gonna contact once they connected with you in the social media, the other person who's gonna, contact your family or something. It really happens. That's why I was listening to you and I was like, oh my God, it's true. And it's ruining us that trying to be like, I just want to be friends with my boyfriend.
No, listen, Kay, I tell you, but see, here's the problem though. If you date somebody, there's a possibility that dating's not going to work out. So the issue is, here you are dug into my social media like a tick. And if something goes wrong and I'm not comfortable with it, it's really hard to reach out to everybody and tell them, yeah, do me a favor, delete her. And she's still talking to you behind the scenes. Because I've had that happen too. I've had people digging into my social media, talking to my friends, and I've had to contact my friends directly and be like, do me a favor, delete this person. And then you have issues where I've had jealous women and they'll
Yeah,
contact other women who leave posts and messages, and they'll tell them, "Oh, well, he's not interested in you. Don't talk to him." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then what I'll do is delete her off of that one. And the problem is she's still dug in there like a tick. And
it's like a domino effect too, right?
yeah, because once again, and especially with Filipinas, because the thing about it is especially younger Filipinas, they're sitting around on their phones on TikTok all day. So the thing about it is when they start talking to when one of their friends dates a foreign guy, all of them start asking, "Oh, do you have other friends that I could talk to?" And this, that, and other.
yeah.
Then they start going into your social media, assuming that everybody that you deal with is like you. They assume that you must be dealing with guys who are high value. You must be dealing with guys who are trustworthy and this, that, and other. Now the problem becomes your friends may be getting these messages from people that they have no interest in actually traveling to seeing, because these messages are coming out of the blue. This could be a scammer you don't know. And
that's the same reason my friend list is you cannot see my friend list. Even Jay cannot see my friend list.
Right.
You know, there's an option in Facebook that you can show.
I don't even go on Facebook. I didn't even know that. I don't go on Facebook.
No, I set my Facebook on private for friends, so nobody can see my friends list. And
okay, something you want to tell me?
But then the bigger issue, the other major issue I have is people asking for money in the DMs.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's an issue.
It's too much.
And I understand, that the situation, especially with that COVID pandemic, was really, really rough. But some dudes were sending little bits of money here and there. Some dudes were sending large amounts of money.
Yep.
But the problem is, it's like it never stops. And then if they know that one of their friends might be getting money, they think that there's something going on, so they get uncomfortable. But then the problem is, you get another friend who might start asking for something. So now a domino effect. It just grows like a tumor. It grows like a cancer. So I say no. Listen, keep your friends list, your business social media, and your family social media. Just keep them separate.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hi, the professor. Welcome, and Mike. And the
Professor Mike, what's going on?
Has a girlfriend in the Philippines. I mean, fiance. So
fiance.
The question is, are you sharing your social media to your? I mean, not sharing. I mean, are you connected? Jay, you asked the question.
Oh yeah, no, I think he is. Kay's asking, does Jonah see your social media?
Oh, it's all wide open. I'm too old for all that other crap. I'm just too old for that, man. Hey, I told her, you need to contact my sisters, talk to my kids, talk to all of them, let them know this the one. There ain't no middle ground, none of that craziness.
How old is your oldest kid? I want to ask you.
My oldest daughter is 48.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. So she definitely need to know. Right. your daughter set her straight.
Yeah. And know what she said, right? It was my daughter Tiffany. She says, "Daddy, you like him young." So I mean, it's all above board. I understand what Big Truck's saying, but I'm 64 years old. They can look at my naked ass all day. I don't really care.
Oh, man,
hey, they can show the Pope. I couldn't care less.
Somebody said, "Dang, you're old, gangsta gummy bear."
Oh yeah, well, I'm up there, bro.
Yeah, but man, you looking good though, man. You got the black don't crack.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is right here. Just
So do you agree that that like the topic today, like, is it wrong that he shared his location?
Good question.
For example, did you share, or did Jonah ask for your location? Like, oh, where are you right now? Are you?
Yeah.
No. The only time she does that is when I tell her, like, I was trying to hook up my boy with this girl, right? And she, you've been talking to this girl for 5 hours? I said, yeah, I told you what I'm doing. You didn't have to know I'm talking to somebody for 5 hours if I didn't tell you.
So she got worried. She got worried after that.
You got to put the fear of God in them every now and then.
Mm. You're right. That's not too bad. But she shouldn't, get extra jealous like that. She should automatically know you telling her for a reason.
Right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I ain't hiding nothing. I
Yeah.
don't need the extra baggage. You get as old as me, you know when to drop stuff. You don't
But still,
carry it.
do you think the guy's wrong though for sharing his geolocation?
Yeah, ain't none of her damn business.
Okay, yeah. So what do you think, Mike? What do you think? You think the guy's wrong?
Mike,
Are you
you're
a
in
Mike?
mute,
You're
Mike.
mute.
I said, yeah, he's wrong. Yeah, he's wrong for
Yeah.
giving up his information, giving that type of information up. Yeah, you can look through my social media. It doesn't matter. Do what you want with that.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as your geolocation, you're just going a little bit too far. A little bit, way too far.
Yeah.
I mean,
what she want next? She want to know if you had a long stream of poop pops when you go poop.
Oh, you know what? I think since we watched the video a little bit ago, I'm gonna play it again. And you know what I'm gonna do? I want you guys to analyze it and see, does it come across like she was, picking for the information, like she may have said something to him. That's how it felt to me. I want to see what you guys think. Hold on, let me share it real quick. Here it is.
Hi. Are foreigners more loyal? Yes. Based on my experience, my
it's in
current
mute
boyfriend
right
right
now. Tap
now
your
is
sound.
so loyal compared to my Filipino ex. Hi. Are foreigners more loyal? Yes. Based on my experience, my current
too
boyfriend
low.
right now is so loyal compared to my Filipino exes.
I don't think they can hear it.
Why?
It's too low.
Firstly, sa akong mga exes, I always ask them for updates kung asa sila, nagunsa sila, and stuff like that. But with my current boyfriend, I never have to do that. Kay siya na ang mo chat nako kung asa siya, mag-send siya Snapchats for real-time updates and stuff like that. So, di na ko mangayo siya na lang ang muhatag. Sa mukha na ko usahay kay sige na lang siya send kapoy. Charot. Second, kay ginashare niya iyang location nako sa Facebook, Snapchat, o sa Google Map. So, muana siya nako nga if you have any doubts or if you want to check where I am, you can...
Hold up. He said Facebook, Snapchat, and Google Maps.
She all over it.
She asked him, man. I don't know. What do y'all think?
No.
That's crazy.
No. Like I said, see what she's gonna do next. Was the corn still in the poop? What? No.
I mean, but then you bragging about it on YouTube, on TikTok. That just throws the extra. That's just the extra on top. That's the sprinkles that you didn't need. I mean, come on, damn it. Keep that off the internet.
This woman look crazy right now.
That's like women over here bragging about stuff. Come on.
Facebook, Snapchat, and Google Maps. She asked him. She definitely asked him.
I think the guy. She said like the guy just do it on
Facebook, Snapchat, and Google Maps. He must be young. He has to be young.
Yeah, I know.
He's not an older guy. He's younger than me. Okay, I don't even use Snapchat.
I was watching a TikTok yesterday. I was so upset with this girl. She was crying. She said, "I have anxiety," and then she's bothering the boyfriend, saying like, "Oh, I want to talk to you right now." And the boyfriend said, "I'm currently working. I want to talk to you right now. Why you have no time for me?" And the guy said, "I have 2 jobs right now. What do you want me to do to resign to another job?" And I was commenting to this girl like, LDR is hard, but you should not do that. It's like, it's wrong. Like, I know you have anxiety, but you should not pressure the guy to talk to you at the time that he's working. Anyway, I just want to share to you guys. Anyway, yeah.
That's crazy.
Right. Oh, Simply Rocco again.
What's going on, Rocco? Speak for us, played out the West in our society.
All right, you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yep. All right, cool.
Our woman that chose to lead us, not all of them, but for the most 100%. Yeah. So he said we are not. Well, what we are not speaking of is the 100% of programming that's played on the West and our society over decades. All of this due to how women are told to lead us. Not all of them, but for the most. Yeah. Well, I think now what's happening now with guys speaking on it and then with guys leaving, there's no deleting us anymore. There's not even any more leaving guys in the friend zone. You know,
No,
all of that's
no.
dead. It's all dying now. Women
Yeah.
have no more weapons. That's what's happening.
Winter's already here, so
Exactly.
So
They
let's
know it.
ask Rocco. Rocco,
Rocco, yeah,
do you
Rocco.
have any experience
the
about your
reaction.
girl?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Say that again.
How about you? What can you say about the topic today? Because you have a girlfriend, fiance, actually. Do you have any
yeah.
issue about
So
sharing? Mhm.
uh, I just got into my house, so I'm trying to catch up with everything that you guys have
Okay.
been doing. So basically, is he wrong like sharing like where he's at?
Yeah, like the geolocation, Facebook, Snapchat, and
I
Google.
Get
think
Twitter.
I think it's a little bit too much. Yeah, I mean that's a little bit too much. I think that's a little bit on the simp side, to be honest.
It is.
You
That's
know,
exactly what it is.
definitely yeah, because you know what, if she's not gonna have that trust in you, then maybe you guys shouldn't be together, to be honest. And I actually told my girl that a couple of times because she keeps on asking me, after everything I've done, like go out there and do whatever and done whatever I've done for her, and she still asks me, "Oh, who's this girl? Who's that? Do you still love me? Do you want to be with that person?" I'm like,
Mm.
"What? Are you serious? After everything that I've said and done, and and gone out there?" And I told her, I mean, like, do you have like doubts? Because if that's the way you're gonna be,
Oh
that's
no.
maybe that's not gonna work out. I
Mhm.
told her straight out. And that's how you got to be with some of these girls, because if they don't
Yeah.
have
That's
that kind of faith,
exactly what I said.
if they don't have
Mhm.
that faith in you, I mean, I haven't seen her in 3 years, and we talk almost every day. I mean, sometimes it's like really short, and it's been trying since the whole coof thing happened. Hopefully by next year I'll be back there. But I mean, I told her, listen, I've told her a couple times, if you're gonna be like that, and you're gonna be asking me about this girl, that girl. I mean, okay, I like somebody's picture, but these are streamers that I know
Mhm.
or cosplayers that I know out in the Philippines. It's I have them on my friends list, not for anything intentionally romantic or anything like that, but like as you guys were saying, Filipinos are stupid jealous,
Yeah.
stupid jealous. Like beyond belief. So
Mm.
word of caution about that. If you guys are able to handle that, great, but you got to tell them straight out what's up and who's what and everything, because
You
even
know what I
sometimes they'll still
suggest?
ask you.
You know what I would suggest, Rocco?
Mm,
All the brothers and the gentlemen in the chat right now need to go watch one of Humphrey Bogart's movies, The Big Sleep. Go look at that movie. Bogey is straight up. I
mhm.
mean, and Lauren Bacall is a knockout. You see that movie, you'll know what you need to do to all these women, Filipinos, whatever. You got to treat them like they want to be treated. They don't want to
Mhm.
be treated like no powder puff. These chicks are
Mhm.
tough. You got to
Yeah,
treat
right.
them straight up. You can't be going, "Oh, let me get the door for you." For what?
Yeah.
Oh no. Because she going to jump all over that. What else
Mhm.
can I get out of this monkey?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, it's just it depends if the guy has patience for that. I do, but my patience can run thin on stuff like that after like
Mhm.
what's about 6 years sticking with her, 3 years not sticking it to her. You know what I mean? Uh, I mean, like I'm being honest. I'm there. I'm staying with her. I mean, it's not just that. It's emotional. It's time. It's money. It's the heart. It's the mind. Your future. Everything. And if sometimes when you don't see that person, like a Filipina, they're like when they're especially like really attached, they start overthinking things like crazy, crazy, all day. So no offense, Kay. I mean, I'm laying it out how it is for me, or what I've been through, or what I've been through.
Kay's good. She's good. Kay's good.
She's on that I know mode.
I don't care because I'm here, so you don't care.
I've been with two this is the second Filipino I've been with, so I mean it's the first one was the same way, but she turned out to be a cheater anyway, so I ain't gonna talk about that.
Well, you know my story too, Rocco. I got two cheaters too. Those was wives.
Yeah,
Filipinos.
Yeah,
well, one born here and one from another place in the Philippines. And I'm like,
but
I already know the game.
Is he wrong to do all that? Give the Snapchat. First of all, if you got Snapchat and you talking to other girls, that's a little bit suspect right there.
You can hide it, yeah.
Yeah.
Be honest. If you're talking to other girls, if you're even on Snapchat or any of these other apps,
yeah.
If you're a man with a woman, you really like you should be beyond all that. That's like for millennials in their 20s, maybe early 30s.
Yes,
I mean, but if you're seriously invested in somebody, like stuff like that shouldn't even matter to you anymore. It shouldn't even matter. So
I have no problem with Facebook, and I don't need any other social media.
I have a problem with TikTok and this stuff.
Yeah, but Snapchat though, you can be talking to a girl on it. Girls use that to keep guys' phone numbers or to keep track with guys because they can talk to them and erase it.
I think Snapchat doesn't save history too.
It doesn't. Yeah,
so you can cheat on it using Snapchat.
Question to everybody out there. Question for everybody out there.
Oh, he left.
What is the biggest dating app out there? See if anybody's right.
I think TikTok is the biggest dating app now.
Not TikTok.
Nope.
I was about to say
Snapchat probably.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Instagram. There's all these girls showing themselves on, I know this is like kind of gets off the little subject, but all these girls showing themselves and guys doing the DMs to these girls and these guys that are doing the DMs that should be with their girls. There you go. That's right there. That's the biggest dating app out there, and it's free. Girls get all these attentions, guys get all this attention too. If you're with somebody, you shouldn't even be using Instagram for that. I use Instagram for promotion. I almost said pornography. Promotion for my stream. Promotion for my streams. I'm sorry. I know, right?
Sure.
Sorry, YouTube. Don't mean to flag anybody.
I'll be seeing you up there, huh? Is that what it is?
So you say your girl do got something to worry about, huh?
No. I use it for promotion for my streams and stuff like that, or sometimes I see political memes. I post that on there, but not that often. I'm not on Instagram too much. I'm mostly on Facebook and YouTube, and Facebook, and so that's.
You need to stay from the P word today.
I know, right? Yeah. Let me just. That was a slip of the tongue. It wasn't on purpose either.
There you go again. Purpose.
There you go. There you go. Slipping the tongue too.
Yeah.
And, man, he left. I wanted to thank him for that connection with ASAP, that app, because they business class $4,022 for
still for me though
for business class.
Big Truck is definitely a wealth of information. That's why
yeah, for sure.
He's available. I gotta get him up. I want to get him up so he can get his word in before everybody else comes on.
I would love to ask him more questions about that, because every time I've dealt with them, it's been like, oh yeah, we have this price to go to the Philippines, and then when I call them up, their price is higher than what I could have found online on Expedia or these other sites.
Ready to roll.
Well,
there you go. So I'm not 100% sure about. I'm not sure about ASAP. I don't know.
Well, I don't trust it either.
Well, what I've been seeing from Expedia and all these other places was, and going to the websites for like United or something like that, they were talking about $14,000 for business class, between
Yeah,
6
yeah,
to
yeah.
14,000. So I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, but how soon are you looking to go? That's the question.
I
if
pushed
you're
it all the way out to March, to
Yeah.
actually March 20th.
March is a higher, more expensive time to go.
What time do you think?
I'm gonna say
November.
October, November are cheaper times.
Yeah, that's when I
Those
came
are
out here.
They cheap
yeah,
now.
October,
Even when I
and
came back, when I went back, I came
yeah,
back.
October, November are because that's the times that I've gone, and I've done the research myself. I talked about it on the stream a couple times with Jay,
Mhm.
and like October, November usually are the cheapest times. But from what I'm seeing, it's still more expensive now than what it used to be, and
Yeah.
they're hitting those prices are hitting over $1,000. The cheapest airline I've seen right now is Eva Air going through Korea. I can't even get a decent price on Cathay anymore. I used to swear by Cathay Pacific to go through Hong Kong. Now they don't even have flights through it anymore. I think because of what happened with what's going on between that Russia and Ukraine, the airspace is cut off. So there's other options, but Philippine Air, they're charging at least 1,200,
It's stupid. That's
and they're the whole trip is like 36 hours. Who wants to do that?
Well,
That's too long.
you coming from the East
Yeah.
Coast, and
Yeah.
it depends on where you are too. Because I'm right here in the West Coast, and my flight
Right.
goes up to Canada,
Direct.
boom, straight in.
Yeah, I
So
had
when
that
are you
option
coming
too.
here, Professor?
My plan was the end of October, so we're gonna leave it at that. Like you say, just sneak in.
Mhm.
Don't let them know you coming.
Well, I have to leave somewhere right after March because of that's my family thing. So it'd be 6 months out of every year being over there. That's the whole issue for me.
So Rocco, you get the round trip ticket, right? See, I just checked the prices. I'm getting a one-way ticket from here to, and another ticket from Manila to anywhere throwaway. So it's like $600 now. For a one-way
Both
ticket.
600 bucks only.
Yeah, for one way to the Philippines,
for
and
one
then
way.
I get a forwarding ticket to say Malaysia, $100 there. I ain't gonna use it because I'm extending. So
I found a new website called Skyscanner.
yeah.
I've been using them, but they're pretty much almost the same prices as everybody else now. TripAdvisor won't even give me a freaking flight anymore, so I have to go look at other sites. I don't know what happened with TripAdvisor, but
it's almost like Skyscanner is giving them all the information.
It could be. Who knows?
I'm checking Traveloka if you guys know Traveloka, but we never use it yet, so I don't really know the experience how to use Traveloka yet.
I just can't do the economy anymore. No.
I
not
wish
for a
I
long
could,
trip like that.
I wish I could afford to do more, but I mean, I got to do that, and I got a bad back, and now with diabetes, my feet are get swelled up sometimes. But I don't have a choice. Price wise,
right?
I got to do economy. There's no choice in that.
All right. Well, I tell you what. If this stuff comes through for me, let me wait. Just wait on it. Let me wait on this because I swear, just to be honest, I just can't do economy that far away. Not for 24 hours. Not for over 24 hours. Because I did that in the military to Korea and back. So
right. Well, you're going to one stop, and then who knows if you're going to be changing how long you're going to be on your your stay, what do they call it?
Layover.
Layover. There you go. Yeah, it could be an hour, it could be a couple hours, depends.
Because I didn't quite remember. Then I realized I was doing first class. I was in economy, and then somebody came back because I was wearing my uniform and put me in first class on my way to Korea. So I was fine. But coming back in economy was, I swear, I try to erase it from my mind, but it was terrible. It was really terrible.
Let me get my uniform out.
Oh man. Wait a minute. What branch are you in? What branch were you
In the Navy.
in? In the Navy? Oh shoot! Just like Sharp Game on Love Can't Wait.
Right.
I was in the Army. I was
Yeah.
definitely in the Army.
Well, you got a jacket. I have to wear the winter blues. They look better than the whites. You know what I'm saying?
It's, yeah, they need to redo all these uniforms except the Marines. Their stuff always looks better.
Yeah.
It just always looks better.
Tony
Especially that blood
Anderson,
stripe.
Mike, January
Huh?
to June prices will lower. Starting in July, it will go up. So that's what I said.
Mm.
January to June prices lower, according to Tony
Okay.
Anderson, for the ticket.
That might have, it
And
might have changed. It might have changed. You might be right.
because I would only be able to do it like right after March, right after the beginning of March.
Mm.
That's why I said that. But if there's something after that, I'll take what I can get. It's just that point in time I'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
But that's a big jump from 3,000 to 4,000 to 14,000. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
How's that happen?
That's insane. That's insane. I mean, I couldn't.
It's stupid, and you can still get the robe for 2,000. You know what I'm saying?
That's just insane.
John Cena said, "Yeah, I'm flying economy. You could rent a mansion for 6 months with the price difference."
Yeah.
You could actually. He's not
Yeah,
lying.
you could.
He's
you
not
could,
lying.
But the money I'll be saving afterwards, it breaks. It breaks.
Yeah,
even. I'm good.
That's why
I'm
I'm looking to do what Big Truck was saying. I'm looking to get a ticket. That's usually 10. That's usually like 8,000 for like 4,000 or something like that. Depending on where I'm going.
In the house.
Mhm.
Mr. Missy, I seen that. I see Mr. Mister. What's going on, Mr. Mister? Family, faith, family, fitness. Also, we have I ain't seen guests on the show in a long time. Yeah, what's up, Mr. Mister? You can come
Yeah,
up if
let
you
me
want,
let me
brother.
close the curtain because it looks like I have like the light of God upon me right now.
Uh-huh.
You wanna come up? You come up. Cook with us for a little bit. Okay, what do you have to eat down
Mr.
here? I
Joyner.
may actually get some food prepared.
Oh, by the way, Jeff.
Okay, I think I should
How
go
you-
down because this is all boys talk, or I mean
Yeah,
guys talk.
Oh, you gonna bring up
a?
Yeah, come down and you come down with me. You could chill with me too.
He's walking.
If you want.
In.
I know, right?
I'll join you.
Oh, I thought you were about to bring some ladies on. I mean, come on now.
There you go,
Hey,
Kate,
shoot.
so you don't feel bad. There you go. I put a lady on there for you, so you don't feel bad.
I mean, bring that back in. No, sorry, I can't move you. What
No,
you
no,
gonna
no.
say?
I gotta go. I gotta prepare.
Okay,
the
okay,
food.
all right
You,
then.
you guys have a men talk, men.
All right then. Yeah, so
No, we're not men, Kate. We still boys. We
Yeah.
just old
that's
boys.
what it is. It's boys and grown men body. That's what it is.
We just still boys.
So speak for yourself, man. Come on now.
Come on, Rocco. You ain't
Yeah,
no
man.
different boy than me.
I like to feel that way forever, man. I'm a boy in a grown man body until I'm, 80 years old with a cane. Like,
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
yeah.
Mm.
I
Yeah, I
prefer
know
less
what you're saying
stops,
about that.
less likelihood of luggage being lost, stolen, and damaged. I don't think it'd really get stolen or damaged. Let me see. What's going on, Tony?
What's going on?
What's up, man?
What's up, buddy?
Look like you in the theater. You got a theater in your house?
Yeah, the theater's chairs, movie chairs, whatever.
All right.
Big time Tony Rome. Got the movie
Yeah,
theater
no, sitting
going.
there. Yeah, that's what it looked like. I look like why is that chair so far apart from the other one? Definitely movie
Oh, they
theater.
got the cup holders on them and everything.
Yeah.
They got the motorized legs come up and lays out.
Not that.
Come on, I see it. It's got the
He's in a
glowing
man
cup
cave.
holder.
Right? That's his man cave right there.
Man cave.
He's in a man cave.
The man mansion. That's what it is now.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. You said it right. Man mansion.
I see it. Got the glowing cup holder.
Oh, we got
Oh,
echoes,
here's-
guys. We
you
got
got-
echoes.
Oh, Tony, you gotta
That's what it is.
you gotta turn the computer off or mute the computer, mute it loud.
Oh, we got echoes, guys. We got echoes.
You sound crazy. I think he stopped it.
Then you
So
know
he
we
said-
got levels of passport people coming in. You know, older guys like me got their own set of rules that we gonna do. Then these younger kids come up in there and they ripping and running. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be different for all of us.
yeah,
I heard.
Actually, I wanted to like kind of discuss what's going on, like people coming down on people like us. You know what? I think you got Jay. I think you know especially what I'm talking about.
Oh,
You've
yeah,
done
man.
several videos on this, and
Um,
it's just like, are you serious now? Like, why can't you just leave people alone? I mean, and realize, yeah, you're the reason why we're leaving. You know?
And all the I told you so when it goes south. You know,
Yeah.
mhm.
like I heard the brother go down. He married this girl. They was having their 2-year anniversary, and he found out she was married.
Ooh, no. Mm-mm.
And he got the I told you so. You
Mm.
know, he didn't do his due diligence. He didn't check no cinema, no check, no nothing.
Yeah.
You know, he just ran in there, and he wasn't a young dude. He was old enough. You know, he was a former police officer and all this. And you don't do your legwork, you get what you get. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Now I haven't been personally in front of Jonah yet, but you get the sense. You know, after a while. Old guys like me don't really give a rat's ass unless you can be a little bit honest. You can sense out what's real and what ain't real. You know,
Right.
you playing games with or the questions. If I tell you to do something or I ask you to do something and you do it, I'm like, okay, she can follow orders. You know what I mean? If she asks me to do something, of course I'm gonna do it. But then if I gotta keep her on a regular regimen of do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, and then she does it constantly without even thinking of doing it, then you good.
Mhm.
I don't have
So,
to ask.
Holden Nations asked Tony, "Do you have a family from Jamaica?"
Nah,
Okay.
never been there.
Yet.
Yeah.
And if it's possible, back when they were travel agents, I would ask them to extend my stopover in Seoul for a week for free. This gave me a free trip to Korea before arriving. I don't know. Are they still doing that? I haven't heard of it.
I don't know. I mean, that might actually count as a. Oh, you know what? That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You might be able to like do that, like if you. No, like if you were doing your flight, they ask you for how long you want to have your layover, like how long you want your trip.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they make you expand like the hours of it. If you it might be possible. I don't know. I was like, I don't want to stay nowhere. I just want to get where I want to get.
Right.
You kill me.
So if you,
my girl would kill me.
So if you gap it, it would be cheaper, is what you're saying.
No, if you gap it, it's like if you're staying in like Korea for like a day or something like that, you're basically, you basically have like a day trip to Korea.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can extend to a week, I don't know. I don't know if that's still possible.
I ain't trying to do that.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, the longer you have your layover, whatever it could be destination, your trip is going to be cheaper. So or how many airlines you're going to go to. So if you got like 3 stops somewhere and your layover is over 36 hours, yeah, your price of your ticket is going to be cheaper. But when I look for my ticket prices, I'm checking for less than 23, 24 hours.
There you go.
One stop, because another thing you got to look at is the more stops you have, the chances your luggage may get lost or delayed somewhere.
Right.
And one other thing is the shorter your layover is also another issue where your luggage things may not arrive in time, because if you choose something like you got like 50-minute layover or something, I wouldn't do it. I mean, 3 hours to 6-hour layover, that's fine with me,
Yeah.
That way I know for sure my stuff is going to get there, because you got to look at the workers on the airplanes. Your plane come in, they got to hustle and bustle and get your stuff off, so and all that. It's just it's not worth it. It happened to me. That's why I know. I took a multiple airlines. No, one trip before, and I took this China Air or whatever, and they messed around. And by the time I got to the airport in Beijing, they were rushing us to the gate because
They were late.
They were pushing us through security and everything, and my luggage didn't get there. It didn't
I
get
have
to
a question.
Manila until like the next day.
Did you take economy on China Air?
Yeah, it was economy.
How did you fit in those seats?
Ooh.
No, because I'm short. I've seen you in person. You're much taller than me, and my knees. I felt like I had arthritis, and my knees are fine. But I'm wondering how you lasted on those small seats, man.
Well, I do aisle seats. I do the aisle.
Oh, okay. You had to. You had to.
I took Air China the first time. Never again, man. Never again.
I mean, I had ANA. I had one Korean Air before. Korean Air is pretty nice.
Yeah, it is.
And but yeah, those China Air, I won't never do it. But like I said, I like PAL. The only thing I didn't like PAL too much is during that long flight, they don't take care of the bathrooms too well.
Ooh.
Start getting a little messy in there. But,
he was flying in the gas station, huh?
I mean, it's like, come on, you got these, you got these flight attendants, clean the bathrooms, or something. That's the only problem, but it's okay. It's cool,
Business class.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try next time. I'm gonna try that. I gotta put the money. Yeah, I'll try it.
It saves you a headache.
Yeah.
A lot.
What's going on, Frank? How you doing, man?
I'm well, brother. How are you?
Doing good. Where you from, Frank? I never seen you before.
Yeah, I know. I watch you, but this is my first time signing into YouTube.
Okay.
I watch, but I have never been signing, so I always watch you.
Where you from, man? Where you from?
I'm originally from Africa, but I live in New York now.
From Africa, you live in New York. So how's it going in New York, man? How are things out there?
You know how it is, man. You from here. You know how it is.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying because you're chiming in on us right now. I just want to know, okay.
We got 3 New Yorkers here right now.
Yeah. I just want to know, how are things for you? Because I know how it is for Rocco, how it was for me. I'm just saying, how are things for you right now in New York?
I mean, life is great. Personally, I came to this country a while ago, 8 years ago. Sorry for the background. I'm actually driving.
That's all right.
8 years ago, went through the whole immigration process. One thing we never get to when we come here is that as an immigrant, your 5 years is like a sacrifice. First 5 years. So I went through that, got married, divorced. I told you work hard, you would get a good quality of life, but the harder you work, the more you get better in your life, the more you get isolated. People don't want to be around you.
Well, you don't have time for them.
I remember in the past, a girl told me that I really like you. I'm a 6'2", about 200-pound, good-looking guy. She said, your standards are too high. I'm like, yeah, I came here, I didn't know nobody. I have to hustle and get my life away. So I was like, you know what? When was it? 2019, I got divorced. 2021, officially divorced, broke up 2019. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to hustle and get done with this love you thing. So,
Hey, Frank, Africa is big. What part of Africa?
West Africa.
West Africa. Me too. 33% Cameroon.
Yeah. So, I'm actually on my way to you guys there. I'll be down there in November. That's why I called.
Cool.
I always been watching, getting the motivation. Bought a house a few months ago. I closed on my house. I'm a single man, actually. I bought a multi-family.
How old are you, Frank? How old are you?
So, I just turned 34.
Oh, okay.
No kids.
Oh
man,
the good old days.
So I'll be down there early November. I'll be there for like 15, 16 days. I got a trip planned in Manila for a week. before the week, I want to go to Cebu, but I got nothing planned. I got some money, but I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna go there and figure everything out. So I was like, you know what? Let me call and put myself out there and let these OGs, drop some nuggets and bless my life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. Well, you came to the right place, and I'll tell you this, man. So do you have a Filipino already?
The truth is that I do. I've been talking to one for like 7 months, but you know, it's not going anywhere. The last time she sent me a message, she said that just to be exact, let me read it.
Okay.
She said, let me,
Feels like one of those old 1970s talk shows where you can still
you
smoke
guys
on
hear me
stage.
still?
Yeah. I'm listening.
All right, because I went to the message. I told you guys they didn't hear me. Do you?
Over here.
We couldn't hear you.
Yeah, pretty much the message is about she feels like she disappointed me because she can't really be the woman that I deserve and this and that. Self-esteem issue. I can deal with that. You know. So I told her, I said, listen, we've been talking for 7 months now. I'm a kind of man when I invest, I like to get a return. So even we could share a drink, have some good times, I don't mind. I'm not emotional. I'm the last guy that would say, "Oh, I'm in love." No, I have a very clear mind, and I'm principle minded, and I make most decisions on logics and data. So I can forget about her like she never exists tomorrow. But then I told her, she said, okay, she's gonna keep trying. So that is gonna be done. That's why I said I got a week in Manila. After that, I'm off to whatever my the future holds for me.
So you was gonna come before to see her?
No, her or without her, I was still gonna come to the Philippines.
Okay. No, I was just saying like that was your trip and originally, so that's good. I'm happy that you're still coming anyway. If you're not with her and you was gonna come see her, I'm happy that you're gonna come anyway without her because definitely you don't want to, just give up and put everything on her and revolve your life around her. But
Nah,
She already gave you an out.
exactly.
nah.
She got more fruit in the fruit bowl.
I'm too young. I'm too young to give up like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Don't matter what age you are, never give up.
No, the way she came off with that little statement, my old head, OG brain say, first of all, we ain't never met, and here you gonna hit me with this,
Right.
Sound like
something
she
ain't
got
right.
somebody else. Sound like she got somebody else.
That's what it sounds
Yeah,
like.
thank you.
That's what it sounds
I
like.
don't think so. I don't think so.
And she doesn't want. She
She
don't
got
want to see.
somebody. She got somebody.
She don't want you to.
Yeah.
Try to see her while she with that person. That's what it is.
I've been there, brother. I'm telling you, I've been there. I know the signs.
Yeah.
I was too naive to realize it, but yeah, it's.
I want to ask you a question, Frank. Did you help her? Did she ever bring up a situation like I need help with something, anything like that?
No, I told her from the beginning that.
Okay, good. That's good.
I don't send money to women I haven't
Oh,
seen.
that's good. That's good,
met,
man.
I don't know. I'm a very stingy guy, very conservative with my money.
Yeah. No, that's good, man. That's good. Well, you said you're from New York too, so I know you wasn't sending no money. Not that New York guys don't have money, but it's just that it's not even just that. I mean, even if you got a smart, it can be from anywhere. It can be from Wichita, Kansas, and so you're not sending a girl money.
My experience I said the good thing is that my experience in New York, all the girls that I've messed with in New York, they got money more than me, and they make more money than me, and a lot of times they just want to have fun. They don't want a relationship. So it's been a while I spend money on female. Because the one I dealt with here, they don't want your money. Oh,
yeah,
tall, dark, and handsome. They want a piece of you. Get it. They're done with you. That's it.
Yep.
You got plenty of that.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
So
Or
Frank,
show you off to their girlfriends or something like that, right?
Yeah.
so Frank, how long are you gonna stay there in the Philippines for?
2 weeks.
Mm.
Yeah, I actually wanted 3 weeks to spend 2 weeks in the Philippines, 1 week in Thailand. But my boss was like, you know, we ain't got somebody to cover you for more than 2 weeks, and I need the job. So
Mm-hmm.
So what are your interests when you go to the Philippines? What do you want to do? I mean, are you gonna hit the bar scene? Are you gonna hit the, what do you want to see or do?
um,
Because
I want to.
that depends on where you're gonna, where you should go to then, I think.
I already booked a hotel in my Pasa area.
Okay.
So nothing special. Number one, I just want 2 weeks off from work. We're not thinking about work. That's the most important thing. And then the second thing, I'm a young man. I'm pretty confident speaking to anybody. I can break the ice with anybody. So nothing special, specific. I'm in the E, EMW group. So I've seen a guy there who really motivated me. He posts picture of his wife and kids all the time. Uh, um, he had this picture of where he and his wife was in Cebu. They had this diving thing they did.
What's the MW group? I want to ask you. What's the MW group?
Uh, Enlightened Western Man.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's Austin's one, right? I can't hear you.
It's breaking up.
No.
What's up, Cliff?
Hello?
What's up, Rue?
That's Austin's, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. So yeah, I say this, man. I say come out here. When you come, so you're gonna be in Manila for 2 weeks and Cebu for a week,
No, Manila for a week.
and Cebu for 2 weeks.
And then
To do for a week.
Okay.
But I'm pretty flexible. Nothing is guaranteed. I'm pretty flexible.
Huh?
Yep. So
Yeah.
so has anybody been giving you problems about any grief about coming over there or going over there?
Grief?
Yeah.
Uh,
Like if you try to talk to somebody about it, would they give you problems about it or try to talk you out of it?
no. I keep my business private. I came here online just out of respect for Jay. When you've been watching someone content for a while, at least say thank you.
Yeah, well, I'm happy. I'm happy you're here, man. I'll tell you this: when you hit Manila, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be out there, man. I'll be in Quezon City area. So look me up.
I should have shared a beer with you, brother.
Well, I don't drink beer, but I'll drink some hot water.
Oh,
Mix it tea or something.
Oh, you got into that, huh? You got into that. They changed you. No more ice water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
curious. I'm
What
curious,
you
Frank.
said?
Like, which hotels are you gonna be staying in? Like, how much did you pay for them? Because, like, when I go out to Manila and to Cebu, I'm always like checking out prices and where in Cebu City and in Manila, where how much these hotels are, and I'm always looking for like good prices. So I'm curious, like, with the prices, what you're paying on that, if I can ask.
Yeah, it's pretty conservative. I think 45.
All right.
So, I'll tell you where I'll be staying. I think it's Golden Phoenix.
No, I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, so it's not my first rodeo. I've traveled a bit. So one thing I've learned when I'm traveling, your first 3 days, you go somewhere safe but also cheap. Because you don't know what you're gonna meet in a new country.
Yep.
You can just out of the blue start spending money on hotel. Like for me, I was looking for a room with a hot tub and stuff. But that's after I get in the city and I know my way around. And let's say I got to Manila and I like Quezon City more. Then I go book the bougie hotel in Quezon City. But what if the hotel that I book in Pasay, I don't like it,
Right.
and then I already booked this hotel. Now it's expensive. I have to stay there, but $45 for 3 full days. If I
That's
don't
not
like
bad.
it, I just move somewhere else.
Yeah, that's not
Right.
bad. That's not bad.
You're right.
So I appreciate you allowing me in and allowing me to run my mouth a bit.
No, that's all right, man. That's all right, man. Yeah, look me up, man. Email me to blackfilipino@gmail.com when you get out here. If I haven't traveled anywhere, well, you can definitely see if I travel somewhere on YouTube. I'll holler at me, man. Or holler at me anyway when you get here. I'll let you know where I'm at.
The
My email.
blackfilipino@gmail.com, right?
Yeah, it's right here in the.
Black Filipino no TV.
Oh no, it's just it's no TV there, just the black.
No TV on that one.
Yeah.
No wonder you ain't getting my stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, what's that?
Thank you so much, brother. Salamat.
For sure, man. Thanks for coming, Frank. What's that? Okay, what's that smell?
I'm listening.
No, what's that smell? It's something smell good.
I will get off now and watch.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks, but yeah, guys, I'm about to wrap it up too in a little bit. What's going on, Frank? But I'm hungry and it's hitting 3 hours. Thank y'all for coming, man. What's you gonna say, man?
Just a quick thing. I was just gonna say that after watching your More to Life stuff, I don't know why they're trying to bury themselves.
Yeah.
But hey, that's, as I've said before to people, that's just jet fuel.
Yeah.
You can keep saying what you want, but you add gas to the plane. That's all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
And it can only take but so much.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. Once they see the results, it's going to be real funny.
Oh, they see the results already. That's why all these crazy white ladies are going on TikTok. They are taking advantage. They are subjugating. They're shut up.
Bunch of Karen.
Yo, they're calling black males going out there colonizers.
Colonizers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I have
white man.
I would have slapped the. If I was a woman, I'd have slapped the black off of her. That was nasty.
The white ones, the white women are going after the white men, calling us
colonizers,
taking advantage.
Go figure.
Saying we're subjugating them and like what? So you're on crack. You just all right. Go back to the wall. That's it.
Who are we now? Christopher Brolumbus?
I'm trying to make businesses over there. I'm trying to help make money. I'm trying to put stuff in people's wallets, build infrastructure if I can. They need to stay on their lane. And we offered, some of us have offered them to, to be sand at the beach. I don't mind taking somebody with me, but
what's up, Malik Kweli? How you doing, man?
They're just being stupid. They're just being keep talking. You adding jet fuel.
What's
but
up,
you know what? You can't bring them because they're not going to act right. They don't even act right here.
Yeah, what's going on, Cliff?
Yeah, we haven't heard from them in a while.
But yeah, man, it's gotten bad.
Well,
it's gotten
go
worse.
eat, man. I'm sorry.
And, no, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. She's not even finished cooking anyway. It's gotten worse, and
I'm jealous.
You know what, man? It's to the point now where I think more guys need to speak up. I think there needs to be more guys speaking. Guys need to go on Facebook. Guys need to go on Twitter. There need to be more guys on Instagram.
I think I'll be doing that today. I think I'll be doing that today. I'm going to be doing that today. I'm going to make a video of that today.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you should start a channel. Actually, I think everybody should.
Well,
I think everybody should. Yeah. I mean, if that's in you, talk about it. You want to know why? Because they're gonna keep talking about it, and it's not even that we're doing it to just piss them off. We're doing it to reach other guys, right? The whole point is to show other men, look, there's options. You have options, because men need to know this. Like we're all a little bit older, but we have younger guys that are going to see this and say, oh, okay, I can look up to Joe, I can look up to Rocco, I can look up to Mike, I can look up to Tony, I can look up to Professor. These guys are traveling. You know, these guys have been doing it for years. Tony's been doing it for years. You know.
Yep. Tony been out there, boy.
Yeah, guys have been doing it for a while, and if a guy just jumps on, the guy doesn't even have to have a channel. He can go on what's the name? Go on Instagram and just tell a story. Oh, you know, I've been going out to the Philippines, just here, and here. And it put hashtag me too with an M-E, capital M-E, and then T-O-O. And everything I see with me too, I'm gonna repost it. Man.
M-E and then number 2.
M-E number 2 or M-E and then T-O-O.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Our job is to reduce the simps.
Yeah, exactly. And the only reason it's being done is because
desimplification.
Yeah. Desimplification.
Take the simps out of the simp mode. I mean that'll knock it right out. They come back to this country like no.
Because we can't see the thing is we don't respond like women. That's the thing. It's like we don't get all flustered and like, oh I can't believe these women are talking about us like that. Like, no, like come on, that's not even in us. We just laugh at it and gotta just keep doing what we do.
All right.
Yeah.
You men are disgusting.
And Mr. said, my Pinay insists that she hand wash my clothes every day and cook 2 healthy meals a day. I didn't ask her to do any of that. Colonizing is fun. Yeah, right? You said it right. You said it right. Yeah. Perfect. That's a perfect explanation right there, bro. Insists that she hand wash my clothes every day and cook 2 healthy meals a day. I didn't ask her to do any of that.
Every time I go there, my girl does the same thing. She's like, why are you taking to the laundry? I'll wash your clothes. I'm like, okay, but I don't want you busting your ass. Like, you know, I'm here, you know, so we can have a good time.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want you don't need to wash my clothes, like all of them. Like, if you want to do some, okay, fine, but not like the whole thing. I don't expect anything like that. I can take it to the laundromat, you know?
Yeah,
she's like, she wants to do it. That's the point.
And I know it's a waste of money, but I still rather have a maid. And I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just don't want to. Yeah. So then there's no real argument about her doing anything for me anyway, because I'm like, no, there's already somebody doing that. So what are you talking about? Right. When I get there, and I'm not, you know, I'm doing what some of y'all say is, you know, show up empty-handed. Don't have somebody waiting, you know, look around. But yeah, I definitely don't. I don't want somebody to come in there and doing things for me if necessary, because I'm like, I just don't want to give off that air. You know,
the last thing she wants is to give off that air that she can't take care of her man.
Right. No, and I got that. I understand.
The last thing she want to do, because you know there's 1,000 around the corner.
White men must be stopped. They must be stopped.
I gotta say
something. Men are only doing this. They're only doing that. What
crazy,
the hell?
Crazy woman.
Mm-hmm. Karen,
why are you going over there?
I need to quit.
Oh man.
There we go. Here we go. Jay's pulling
here we go.
Oh,
here we go.
Now this girl.
There's one from Maryland. She pissed me off. I'm like, oh my god.
This is what happens when you date a Filipina. But sometimes I think she's Vietnamese.
I wouldn't want her to do that though.
Because they like to cut nails, you know. Now you know.
You like it when I do your nails?
Hey, just cut. Come on, man. I got to go to work. This is what happens when you date a Filipina. But sometimes I think she's Vietnamese.
Mommy, she thinks I'm Vietnamese.
Because they like to cut nails, you know. Now you know.
Indian boyfriend.
Indian.
You like it when I do your nails?
I had to shit out with you guys because
how's your camera, Jay?
What camera? Oh no, man! I gotta get a different one. This one here. Let me tell you what happened. And it's cheap too. I went to the store and they had one that was how much the cost, Kay? Like $60? Yeah, this was $60, and then it wasn't 1080, and it doesn't have the.
Because we're in the province.
You're in the province right now.
That was
go back to Manila.
That was the Logitech 270, right? That was the one.
No,
the 310.
This is the 310.
Yeah,
This is 310,
I saw you bought that. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Huh? It's 310. What you say here?
2.7.
No, it was the 310.
You got to get the 920, the 925, and the 922.
There's no available here.
It's not here.
Really?
And I had no, it's not here.
No, they definitely have it in Lazada. The 925, they do have it in Lazada. Yeah.
But no, I'm gonna get it when I go back to Manila. I like to actually we got a Logitech headset. It's right here actually. This one from I think we got it from Shopee. But I'm gonna get it when I go back because I actually want to start doing more live streams. I want to start inviting some of you guys on and doing reactions in a live stream back office to where it's not live. I'm gonna start doing more videos like that. Like I have a couple of you guys on and be reacting. And we do it on the show. Yeah.
Jay, I'm gonna bring you a camera when I go back. If you don't have one,
yeah, I was about to say.
I've got boxes. I've got about 12 C930 C930s just sitting here. I went on a shopping spree because it was so cheap. And I bought a whole bunch. I'm gonna bring you one, man, because I can't
ship it.
No, ship it, and then what happens? Oh, customs. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Because a month ago, I was about to get you a GoPro. This was about like, let me get this over with. Because he's just gonna keep doing this.
When I get back to Manila, I definitely will have it. Because right there, I just go to the store. But out here in the province,
listen, I'll still bring you one.
Access.
I'll still.
Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely use it.
Yeah,
I'll
still bring it to you because
And so, let me see what Gangsta Gunbeard said. He said, we had a black girl on our ship. She had black girl thickness. The Filipino guys were breaking their necks when she was walking by. It was crazy out here in the Philippines, right? One thing a lot of you guys may know. I know Tony knows. Simply Rocco may know too. He's been here. Out here in certain parts of Manila, they have a lot of African women, right? I went to church with them.
I didn't see.
And I'm talking about, no, they do. They do like Pasai.
I was kind of like, well, I didn't really go much around in Manila, so I mean, I didn't see that.
And there were some African girls that were thicker than a Snicker. Seriously, it's crazy. My wife seen it too, and I went to church with them, and yeah, they were out here. And I know one thing though is they're not modern women. They have a lot of African girls out here, but they're not. What? What you say, kid? What you say? Okay, said I was looking.
Oh, why are you looking?
Yeah, some Africans come to PI. Yep, that's exactly what they do, John Cena. They go to college. Yep, they come here for college, and they come here. They become doctors, lawyers, and then they go back to Africa. And then they upgrade their degrees because it's easier to come here in the Philippines, get a degree, go back anywhere. You do that same field for like a year, maybe two, and then you avoid doing as much years in school. It's like the way to cheat. Like say you come to the Philippines, like a lot of nurses go back and then they have to do school for maybe a year or a half a year. Teachers don't even have to do schooling; they just go back and then they get a teacher job. But that's what's happening now with Filipinos. They're accepting Filipinos for a lot of those fields now, definitely for teachers.
Especially here now in the United States.
Yeah, I know. Because everybody's not working right now.
Well, we don't. They want you for your green card. They don't need your green card. They definitely don't now. Between being a nurse and between being a teacher, they don't need a green card at all.
You sure don't.
Depends on the teacher part.
Yeah, depending on where.
Exactly.
But
I know in Florida's big right now.
Yeah, big.
Yeah,
they did a lot, and they lost them. They're losing them in a lot of places because they're not paying enough.
And it's
like you might as well be at home.
You want to get deported to Martha's Vineyard if you go to Florida. So you
know what the Filipinos are doing in Florida? They're actually getting together. Like they have Filipino houses, like how the Mexicans do it. They have like a house, and yeah, they do. That's what they do. I know. Remember, I lived in Long Island. The Mexicans, they would all live in one house, and say they would get a house, and they would build a house too. I respect the Mexicans a lot. I remember they lived right next door to me. They built their own home.
They
They
built
all
a
lived in
roof.
there. And then there was 30 of them in there, no exaggerations, but they had 30 rooms in there.
I've seen
Seriously,
it.
like, yeah.
It
They
happens all
built a
over New York,
roof.
all over New York and Brooklyn.
You know?
They built a roof on my neighbor's house within 3 days. 3 days, and
man.
it's still good. No problems. None at all.
Yeah.
I have mad respect for him.
Yeah. And Timothy White said Texas has a shortage. Said Texas has a shortage of teachers in the rural areas that Filipinos are now filling.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. And that's why that's how a lot of Filipinos are going to start making their way into the US because they're very capable. Like a lot of Filipinos have these jobs over here. Like schooling is big in the Philippines.
Yeah.
People can say all they want. Filipinos work hard and they go to school.
Jay,
Mhm.
how they going to survive when all these women start coming in?
That's why Marcos wants to give these teachers and nurses some money to keep them here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be enough.
You can't do it.
It's not going to be
It's not
enough.
enough.
It's not going to be enough.
But I saw where Marcos is trying to arrange something with some IT folks to go to like Singapore and Malaysia and stuff like that. They're trying to allow them to help them out or whatever. Because I guess the IT professions in the Philippines are a lot better than maybe in those other countries.
It is. I used to work with them on networks, wide area networks.
Yeah. My actually my uncle-in-law is IT here and he makes good money. He's definitely making way more than like he's making out here like 200,000, 150 to 200,000 a year. And that's like $3,000, $4,000. So that's good money in the Philippines. And he's making this, but you got to have those IT jobs in order to make money in the Philippines.
Yeah,
that's no way to make it.
I'd like to see Marcos fix the medical and the health care profession over in there because the hospitals are just toe up. I mean,
yeah, that was why I wanted to go to Thailand. That was the only reason.
Yeah, that's what's worrying me. Like I'm diabetic, so when I go out there to live and retire, that's my
the Philippines.
Yeah, that's going to be
no. Philippines good with that stuff. They're good with that.
What? Not in the province?
The province? No.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Because my girl's from the province. She wants to stay in the province.
No.
I'm like, I'd rather not because of my health issues.
I'm gonna tell you,
I'm gonna be located, Jay. You know where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be right there.
You good? You be Vite. You be good. But but when I had my problems, when I had the mini strokes, I'm happy I was in Manila because I went to a clinic in Manila. They didn't have the right stuff. Then I went to another one, and thanks a lot for the super chat, brother. And NC Biggs, he said, "Yo, man, what's up? I'll be in Cebu next month. If you want to meet up, let me know." NC Biggs, I won't be in Cebu, but if I'm there around that time, well, actually, no, I won't be because I'm planning on going to Cebu before December. I won't be there. But I remember when I was when I had my issue, if I was in a province, I'd have been in a bad position. In the province where I am now, this is a hospital town in Calapan. I'm in Calapan right now. And they have like 4 or 5 hospitals. That's a little different. But a lot of other provinces, though, are not like that in the Philippines.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about because where she's from, the hospital looks like it's like just like a small little building. That's it.
It's not good.
From the 20s. So I'm like, I don't know about that. I told her I want to get a condo out in Cebu City, and if we get if we build a house in the province, I mean, just go back and forth, and I don't mind that, but to live permanently in the province, I don't think so.
She might. I mean, it should be good to get a condo. I mean, I'll tell you this, man. You can get a condo, even paying it out right. The rent on that for you, it wouldn't be rent. You could own it.
Yeah.
Especially if you married to her. Like with the condo, I'm going to give SM. Right. It's in a prime location because SM is usually the prime mall in the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
That's usually the mall that has the best grocery store, and everything is right then and there. Is right there. And in Cebu City, you get that. You probably be paying what? $300, $300,
$450,
even less because it's yours. That's if it's yours. If you're renting it, it's gonna be like $400, $455. But if you own it, it'd be like $300. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. That's what I meant to ask. How much a month for rent?
Like $300-$400 for like a condo.
Yeah, it'd be if you're renting it, it'd be like $300, $400, $500 actually.
I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back.
If you own it, it's gonna be like 250, 300. That's what people do. Like, for instance, you can own a condo for 250, you're paying 250 on it, and then you can rent it out to somebody for 500. That's what they do here. So if you own it, you'll be paying like 250, 300. If you're renting it out, it'll be 450, 5 to 600.
So I could be there for the summer and then return for the winter, and
you can rent it out
people,
while you're not there.
Right.
You can actually Airbnb it. And so
Right.
while you're not there, you can have it profiting you money, and you'll be getting double your money what you're paying on it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of guys don't like to do that, but you can still make a nice piece of change doing that and then go there and live. You'll be good.
What's the chances of finding somebody who
you talking to him right now?
Who has a who has no somebody who has a passport that, and you know, that has some form of background education in something, you know, like being a nurse or something like that.
You're not gonna find them in the Philippines if they got a passport.
They're probably out. Yeah,
everybody's doing that. They're leaving. They don't pay enough here.
No,
my wife left. She was a teacher. She went to Thailand.
Right.
Because in Philippines you get crumbs. It's not
because they were. You just said $3,000 to $4,000 a year. I was like, wait.
I can attest to it.
Door with more than that.
Yeah. my fiance is a teacher out in the province. She brings in maybe before everything, maybe like $400 a month. Then she's got to pay her rent. She's helping her family out mostly. She got these loans because she's like, oh, I got a loan to do this, loan to the, and I'm like, please don't do that. And I end up like having to help her like every month, just because, you know, she put herself kind of in a hole, and I'm like, listen, you got to stop with the loans because that's too much for you.
Yeah.
But teachers, they don't get paid. They're respected, but they don't get paid.
They don't. And you know the reason, right?
The stress they go through is ridiculous.
They put themselves through it. It's a custom thing where, you know, blip and bang got birthday. They'll spend the rice budget on a blowout and won't have nothing for the week.
But actually, her family doesn't even do that. But it's just like, yeah, she's always buying the rice for the family. She's paying the electric bill in the family house. I'm like, why? I gotta ask. I gotta bring this out in the open. How come like the other siblings aren't helping?
Because they ain't going.
That's like, why? Like, you got brothers. You got. I know you got a sister that's with it. You know, with her partner, whatever. But it's like everything's put on that one person. And it's like
they ain't going.
You can't live like that. How are you supposed to live if you're doing all that? How are you supposed to do stuff for yourself?
It's that culture thing.
It's that culture thing. They don't care.
It depends on the family, because like
it does.
My wife's because I know for a fact one sister-in-law I got, she got kids that can't work, but they don't really help out, you know. And then they got another brother-in-law, Jay, you met him. His daughters, they're working, they're contributing, you know. One's working call center and going to school, and she's giving money. Another one's working, got a job. I mean, so they buy rice. Actually, one just bought her mother a washing machine, not one of those. I mean, a nice washing machine. She just spent some good money. So, but yeah, I mean, some of them do. I mean, they do help out. It all depends on the family, though.
That's what it is. And I was trying to say, listen, your brother's going to school, but he can also work. I mean, I see it in the Philippines. Don't use that excuse. Oh, he's going to school. Yeah, he's going to school, but there's other kids that are going to school too and getting a part-time job to help their family.
Sure, because I got a nephew over there. He's working McDonald's and going to school.
Yeah, exactly.
You got the ones though, but the majority of them, they don't do that. It's way too many that don't do it.
Yeah. My sisters, like my Kay's sisters, all help, but when the sisters was in school though, they weren't helping. They helped when they got out of school, so it's like that.
Yeah, because they want them to focus on their study.
Yeah.
She's still single, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. And she's laughing over there. Yeah. You gotta have her on for a minute. What? What? She gonna be watching this? Go on
I
ahead.
cannot laugh loud.
Cut that
I'm
segment
so
right
crazy
there.
when I'm
Shoot.
laughing.
No, you sound fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. But
You gotta
okay,
bring
that's
her
fun.
on
So good.
sometime.
I wish we had the biryani rice. K over there making chicken biryani.
Oh,
Ooh,
chicken
that's my chicken biryani.
that's salmon.
Oh, that's salmon
Oh
biryani. It's
damn!
not
Now you
biryani.
got me all messed up.
She made
American.
salmon.
American.
But
Oh
even
yeah,
then,
yeah. No,
then,
K's
it
hooking
doesn't
it
have
up.
that fishiness, does it? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, it's delicious, man.
Chicken. You got chicken. You got this. Nothing like.
No, she made salmon, but
Maybe D.
she put the
I'm sorry.
rosemary in.
Killing me here.
Evie, I had that
America
earlier,
will.
man. I had the spicy chicken sandwich. Oh man, Woo,
From
Kay
where?
has it from McDonald's. It was delicious. They got the spicy chicken sandwich out here.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty
It
good.
was good. Kay loved it. We had it yesterday. Kay wanted it again today.
That's the one thing I'll miss is Popeye's chicken sandwich, man.
You
I'll
got,
miss
yeah,
that
they
shit.
got Popeyes there.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. They
Wait a
do.
minute. And Chick-fil-A, right? Because I was looking into
No,
opening
not
up
yet.
Chick-fil-A.
No
I saw
Chick-fil-A.
it. I thought it was near the military place, the U.S.
You know,
Embassy and military place.
I wouldn't doubt if they did have it there, but I've never seen it.
Because I was looking to see if I could open one there before I knew about the Philippines.
How much is a condo in Manila? Let me answer him real
Oh,
quick.
you definitely can find your Popeyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Popeyes everywhere now. The person who what company was it that bought the Popeyes out here? It was the guy that owns what?
Jollibee?
The Jollibee, right? It was him, right?
Probably.
He's the guy that owns Jollibees, right? He bought the
No,
Popeyes
the
out.
one by Kuya J's.
Oh, Kuya J's, the guy that owns the Kuya J franchise, is the one that has all the Popeyes out here.
Yeah.
So he franchised how many, like 10 Popeye stores all over Manila, and so he
Down
owns
the
all of
gloves.
them. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised because Chick-fil-A will work here. And if somebody
Yeah,
bought it
well,
here, that makes
especially on
sense.
Sundays. I was told
Yeah.
about that. Sunday is the go out and eat day.
No,
It's
but
gonna
Sundays
be-
are always closed.
Filipinos know.
Chick-fil-A is.
Filipinos know.
Chick-fil-A's
About
Yeah,
the
it's
condo.
chicken. Yeah.
About the condo in Manila. If you rent a condo, you're gonna be anywhere from 400, 500 around there. But if you buy it, you can find something for like 300 to 250 to 300.
250 to 300,000.
No, dollars.
I think that
$1 a month.
because
Dollars per month.
no, I meant I think he's talking about buying them.
If like a condo, I know my condo that I bought is 40,000. I didn't buy it outright though. See, the thing is, you can actually make payments on it. So my payments on it altogether is going to be like 250.
So if you have like 40, you could buy two, like put down on two, and then
But the thing is this, right? I'll tell you, as far as the down payment, how much is the down payment, Kay? What was it? 100. It was under 100. It was 100. It was 109, right? What was it? I forgot.
Let me join.
Okay, what do you mean you join?
Let me join so I can explain everything.
Oh, okay, yeah, she wants to join. Kay want to explain it to you.
I'm not gonna show my face.
It's fine.
Yo,
Ready to
Professor,
join.
you the catfish roast, man?
I'm not gonna join.
Look,
we want some. You want some of that fish?
Wait, wait, wait.
I
Fraser.
look like
Here you go.
a maid. They're gonna say, "Oh, that's the maid.
No,
That's the
no.
slave.
Yeah, this is my yaya. My
That's the
yaya.
slave right there." Do you go to the Philippines to marry a slave?
Yeah, dude, my slave.
What's your question again? For the
Well,
condo, it depends on the
This is my down
location
payment though.
and depends on how big the condo you're gonna get. But the condo we got it's around 2 point. We have the size of a condo is 26.4 something, 26 square meters, and the price is almost 2.5 million. So, and
No, but the
the down payment, if they have promo, we are lucky because we get the 127,000. We pay 127,000 for the down payment, and
That 127,000
Pesos.
pesos. That's 5%. Then
In
after that,
dollars, that was what? Let me
that
see.
is how much. And then after that, you can move in if you pay the 127,000, and then monthly for 3 years, we're gonna pay like around 11,000, and then because you need
It's not bad.
to finish paying the 20%, right? Then
Mhm.
after 3 years, you finish on the down payment, the 20% down payment. You're gonna pay like it depends on the bank. It's gonna be the 80%. The remaining money will be in the bank, or it depends on how you're gonna pay. But it's usually loan in the bank. So it may be 15 years, 10 years, 5 years. So the how if it's longer years, of course, it's gonna be less. If it's shorter years, it's gonna be more. So yeah, it's maybe like
Uh,
17. Sorry. Okay, that's
You,
all. Thank you
you're
so
gonna pay
much.
more monthly, but less in interest.
thing that happened with us, which is good because right now, the dollar is crazy. The dollar
Mm-hmm.
is like at 60. So that's why right now would be the best time. I'll tell you what happened with me. When I did it, it was 54, right? But with the 127,000, that would be like what 2,400, something like that. But right now, with the dollar the way it is now, let's say you divide that by like 58 from the fees, it would be
Oh,
only
here we go.
2,100.
You about to be
And
jealous.
what happened?
Cause I know you got that food. You ready to go.
Oh yeah,
I can see
straight
it.
up, man. I might straight up.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm
even
sorry.
forget. Once I got the food, I'm in a live stream. Okay, what else you making with that? It's only
You and me
75.
both, man. It was like,
Why are you
Oh,
bragging? No, man. Go ahead. Go
gotta eat my
ahead.
burger soon.
oh yeah,
Don't
yeah,
worry,
actually.
guys. I will finish in 3 hours, so you guys can talk
Yeah,
more.
you know what I'm gonna do actually. I wanna have like say if you guys are like a lot of you guys are coming around at the same time. I'm actually gonna cook for you guys.
Oh
I'm gonna
damn,
have like a I'm gonna start doing events.
Hmm.
I'm gonna
that
start doing
sounds good.
events like get-togethers and like have a whole bunch of food there. Drinks, everything. Guys, come out. I may start. I'm not gonna have like I'm not gonna be drinking alcohol. I'm gonna be drinking like, juice.
Hey, Jay, let's
So
piss off a bunch of white women and make T-shirts that says "Passport Brothers" and post it all over the internet.
yeah, man.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but yeah, something like that needs to happen because this thing is it's crazy. It's starting to take off now. Guys are starting to recognize us,
I mean,
and with guys like us though, we've been like this for a long time.
right,
It's just now it's popular, but it's like guys
yeah,
been doing this for years and years and
right.
years. It's like now it's like popular. It's like okay, all right, I'll take it, but it's nothing new. You have a lot of younger guys that are like getting a lot of credit for it, but
All
it's
right.
like okay, all right, but guys been doing this for years and years and 10 years and 20 years,
But
and
they did it. In fact, they made a whole movie about it.
yeah,
Several movies, like how Stella got her groove,
yeah, I know.
and
Oh
it
yeah,
was
yeah,
okay.
yeah. You go, girl. You slave, and then when we do it, colonizers, misogynists.
It's crazy, man. I really truly now you fully see. I've seen it before, but you can fully see
The hypocrisy.
the double standards. Yeah, the hypocrisy, the double standards,
The
and
hypocrisy is real.
I just laugh at it because I'm just
Yeah,
happy that I made the right choice at the end of the day. You
yeah,
know,
Amen.
you
like all
did.
this stuff happening now, like everybody's looking, going, oh, people that know me said left. Oh, Jay, you was right. You was right. And it's like I knew I was right. I didn't need to brag about it. It's just okay. Just wasn't around anymore, and
I
that's just
mean,
what it is.
and then if you're Christian, then, it gives you more faith. So,
Hmm.
and being with a good Christian woman there, and then if you're Muslim, they got Muslim women there too.
Yeah, yeah, exactly,
Matching up. But
exactly.
I'm just like everything that they wanted over here. I'm bitter as what. People hit his cash app real quick because
Can't
I'm
see the
about to use some
greens.
choice words. I'm
You
about to
can't see
use
the
some
greens.
choice words. Hit the cash app. Hit the cash app. Go on
You know
ahead.
what?
You know you want to hear
Hell
this.
with it.
You know you want to
It's
hear
killing me,
this.
Jay.
See
It's
the
killing me,
greens. See the
Jay.
greens.
Just hit the
You can't
cash
see
app.
the.
No.
You can't
Don't
see
you
the
sip
green
me,
green
Malik.
beans because.
Don't sip me, Malik. You hit the cash app. I know I saw you do it already. Hit it again. I'm about to say a few choice words.
But
That's not fair. That is not fair. That is not fair. Hit that cash app. We got to put some
Stupid.
language on this one. We got to put some language on this one. No.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry to
man.
say, but Cash App, the debit card doesn't work out in the Philippines, so it doesn't help.
Whatever they
That doesn't
taking
help
right
Jay
now.
out. So if you want to send to his Gcash or his Maya,
Gcash.
whatever that, you got to go through remittance.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. I mean, I keep on wanting to do that video on how to send money over to the Philippines, especially not just for Filipinos, but for yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got to do that video also. I keep on forgetting to do that, and we're not forgetting. It's a time thing.
Yeah, but for I'm gonna contact you guys here. I think I have all the emails.
Yeah, you already got my email.
You got mine.
I got all yours. I got.
In fact, I just
Professor
sent
Tony.
you one.
I got yours too, right, Tony?
Yeah. You got it.
So I'm gonna look at you guys up, and I'm gonna reach out to you guys, do some stuff, especially you, Rocco. We gotta talk. We gotta talk soon.
And Kay, bring some of your friends, your sister sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That may happen.
We got to get a consensus. We need a sample, a study sample. we need something.
Actually, I have somebody that was that was looking for somebody.
You got
that I'm gonna interview.
You got I guess I'm the only one here. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do that soon. Yeah, fellas, I gotta wrap it up because I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat, relax.
No. You can't eat. I'm bitter. Let's go on for another hour.
I'm not even waiting. You see that? My sugar's gone down to 74, so I gotta eat. I can't wait.
No, I got y'all. Y'all have a good one.
I'll do this again soon, and see you guys next time. I'm gonna talk with all of y'all. But look out for my email coming soon.
Yeah, hit me up, Jay. Let me know what's going on.
All right, for sure.
All right.
Peace out.
Peace out.